Right? Fucking kicking it in. It's like we're starting a Norman Lear sitcom. It's fucking great, dude.
And you knew who you were then. Goyles were goyles and men were men.
Got this one. This is where you take dames to the fucking...
we have flappers.
This is belly rubbing music.
Do you know what else this is? This is like, if you ever watch early Follies from NFL films in the early 70s, they're like early Follies movies that would have this music in the background.
If you want 70s sports... If you want 70s sports...
No, that's more 80s. That's early 80s. That's pretty good, though. That's early 80s, though.
I got this news theme. But this is the one I think
actually like that one.
This is the one I think we're going to use a lot here. No, not that. Hold on.
And we're back. That's good. It's good.
Right?
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
good stuff.
Look at these two young actors. They're probably working their way up, here, and then they went nowhere.
A 1982 Sheepdog, sir. I remember that line. Like, all right, you ready to fucking...
Sure.
Let's do this little piano thing, and then we'll get going. That's my favorite one, actually. When I downloaded this, I listened to it over and over again. It stops and lets you know.
Yeah.
All right, enough. Let's get fucking going.
Exactly. That is pretty funny.
From Atlanta, Fulton County.
We're storming the Capitol. It's a revolution.
Purple color I see.
Shut
then
up.
you maintain the status.
December 7th, 19...
I'm gonna question a psychopath.
I got me.
Crazy and it's so obscene. You gotta know where to hide in the big machine. Say it sounds like TV on the radio, so push that sound. I wanna hear it in stereo. Do what you want, it's the will of the people. Nothing holds you back on that online radio. Ain't no love tonight in this city. And here I thought that we had gone steady. We're all
All right. We did it. We're here.
Yeah, man.
We started.
Absolutely.
And it started fairly seamless, the actual show starting, for how wild it was when you got here. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Keith Pazel. This is my podcast.
And I'm Adam Croce.
Hell yeah, you are. That's Matt Norman and Noisier that you're listening to, that intro. Hit them up if you want.
I tell you, as
songs
usual.
made for you.
As usual.
Get you going.
It gets me going, but you know something? It's a different experience every time. This time listening to it, I had certain anxieties come up, but that's a good thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it was an anxious start. I feel like I tensed everybody up before the show started.
Well, yeah, I know. Yeah, you were getting worked up. There were some technical difficulties.
Well, there always is. That's not.
Yeah. But this was. You were genuinely like hitting the panic button. Like, I got off the elevator on the fifth floor here.
The end of the show. I basically was like, the show might end today.
And I'm just like, what? Whoa, man! It was like, come on, hey, good to see you, man. I haven't seen you in a week. You know what I mean? Like, and you're like,
got my
no,
COVID
we're gonna
vaccine.
cancel the show. This is what's gonna happen. Yeah.
Well, no cancel, but like, so to briefly let everybody in, the TV screen you see behind us, that is operated through my telephone webcam, and the app I use failed. It just doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
So I had to spend an extra 40 minutes frantically figuring out, and it's crucial. And and this is enough of the podcast to where I'm not going back. Like, we used to not have the video, and I feel like I've hyped it up enough and put enough effort into it to where I was like, if I can't have the TV on the screen,
Yeah.
there's no reason to do the show.
Well, here's what would happen, Keith. You would miss a week. You'd figure it out.
Yeah.
And then we do a show. So that you just calm down, my friend.
Plus, I'm getting that $1,400 from Biden. We're getting fucking paid.
Good for you, man. Good for you. Yeah, I should be getting my tax return this week, which I'm happy about. I've also been just driving. I mean, I'm making a ton of money this week.
Hell yeah.
It's cool, man.
You're driving everybody to get vaxxed up?
Yeah, absolutely. People are, I tell you what, of my passengers, those who don't know, I am a Lyft driver, putting my University of Chicago
also
education.
a burgeoning old screenwriter. You're like Dennis Quaid in The Rookie, but with Hollywood.
Do you realize how I'm such a cliche? I was watching a Bill Maher, watching his show a couple weeks ago, and he had some joke about a Lyft driver and have him talk about his script to you, and that's exactly what I do. I'm such a cliche. It's great. I love it. It's good though. No, I'm in a good headspace.
You're going well. The name Regina King gets thrown around a lot.
Yeah,
so
I don't want to. I do not want to jinx that. I think that's because but it is supposed to be going to her this weekend.
I'm so impressed with how quickly commercials got with like making COVID commercials. Because for a while they were just reusing footage from old commercials, but now they're like, well, no, we have to actually film some fucking COVID.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Got to film some people in masks to make sure we're not denying reality here.
It's interesting that, there definitely has been an adjustment in the economy to it, working from home, obviously, which was already happening before the, before
people
COVID.
were choosing to work home all the time.
But it has accelerated that process dramatically, I think. I would not want to be a commercial real estate developer right now because I don't know, they're not going to be making as many big buildings downtown.
And some of them made the buildings and they're just like, well, we're kind of rethinking our business model at this point now.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, I think what I heard is that there's a big move to maybe convert a lot of those buildings into like apartments, basically for like low income housing,
Well, that's what needs to be done.
Yeah, exactly. What do you mean? Yeah. Anyway, we're getting political. We have the music with that.
Oh yeah.
I guess it's a good thing. Another thing, Keith, I'm impressed by you. You put time into creating sound effects for our. We basically have about what I used to call the conversation dial. There's about 5 to 7 topics we're going to talk about at some point during the show.
Here, this is what I'll do. I'll do it like this. I'll go, and that's what we need to do for the sake of society. And now a word from our break.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, discussing one of our 5 to 7 topics we always discuss, whether it be Walter Payton making me cry or me bitching about the Minnesota Viking offensive line, And then we also have our political stuff we like to get into on occasion.
And now
we slip into it.
The star of the show, Johnny Fontaine.
Brassy. It's brassy.
This just has the vibe of like, you hear that music kick on and you quickly snort whatever Coke you were going to get on and you spin out. Jesus Christ, Glenn, you didn't tell me the band was firing up.
Yeah,
you got to let me know I was doing a popper backstage.
It must have been to be in Hollywood at that time, like early 70s Hollywood or something. I bet you, honestly, it had to be pretty crazy. I would think it would be a big party, right? That's how it had to be. Like people were just partying their ass off,
wearing bell-bottomed jeans,
and like just drinking a lot. But like
a lot of women looking like birds walking around there with feathers and glitter on their face. A lot of ostrich-looking brides.
But also like just you'd have like 30 million people watching something you did. You know what I mean? The audience you would have, it was massive. Yet you were totally just partying it up. Like, okay, 15 million people are going to see this.
That was back when drugs were healthy.
Well, I think cocaine was not deemed addictive.
They were just figuring out that cigarettes were bad.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember
just figuring it out.
Yep.
What do we got here?
We're watching Dumb and Dumber, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of Dumb and Dumber.
Got these young men here.
These guys.
Got the FBI, Malachi and fucking Isaac here.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, I told you what happened, okay? So just drop it. Yeah, okay, sure thing.
Yeah, this is a road.
This is when they meet back up with T-Bass.
Yeah.
Now, if they would have caught up with them a little bit, but like they're several states away.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that took place like in
And I think
Pennsylvania.
they imply that he was the gay guy because it says, "Come back here at 9:10 for lovin'." He reads on the wall.
Oh, okay.
And then old T-Bass walks in. So
yeah, they were
whatever
dabbling.
T-Bass's God-given name was, he was getting into some dark shit.
I will say, in something about the Farley brothers, in something about Mary, one of my favorite scenes in that movie is when, with the gay motif, so when they go to the wayside, you know, and it's just a bunch of closeted gay men. Like that was always the big rumor when I was like growing up in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Hey, that wayside 10 miles out of town, it's like a gay pickup area, man. Because there was literally one gay bar in my town and that was a gay bar for like 40 miles. Like every gay person had to go to that bar.
There was only one gay bar in the area when I growing up. It was called Wrigley Field, right?
Hey, that's right. Largest gay bar in the north side of Chicago, Wrigley Field. That was a T-shirt I had when I sold T-shirts. I mean, I think I've told you this story. I sold T-shirts like 15 years ago outside of Wrigley. I got hooked up with the.
Didn't you sell fucking peanuts at spring training?
No,
too?
I sold beer at spring training. Honest to God,
that's always. I was just gonna say that's one job. That's Crocious's job where he'd quit everything.
Oh, yeah,
if they could just promise him $50,000 a year to sell beer to people.
I'm not lying. Well, I went down there for a month. I lived with my mom and my stepfather.
Wasn't this when comedy was bottoming out a little bit for you?
Oh yeah. There was. Well, I mean, I tried like taking the leap in Chicago of making a living off of it, you know, and it didn't go very well. I burnt through all of my cash and had to move to Wisconsin, as I've said before. And so, but in 2006, that year when I was still in Chicago, I was like, you know something, I'm going to take a month off and I'm going to go down to sell beer at spring training in Tucson. So I lived with my mom and my stepfather. Did that and I had a totally good time. I made like $3,500, stayed with them, had nice weather. It was fun, you know, made that money. And then 5 months later, my mom was diagnosed terminally ill with cancer.
There you go. It sounds like a goddamn Grey's Anatomy episode.
So she died, and she died a year, 7 months after
Howie Mandel and Denzel treated her.
You know,
like Saint Elsewhere.
I think we have the music for that, right? Is it?
No.
Saint Elsewhere rivaled Hill Street Blues in my eyes.
I got this theme.
You know, it was very. We're telling death stories. So,
what about this one? Oh, that's like we're about to fucking do some fucking opium.
No, this is like I'm crying.
Oh, God, my life is so difficult.
This is what a jazz musician here is nodding off in a club right here. Just like slowly.
Yeah. Drool is just starting to come out.
Yeah. Miles Davis has fever dreams, and this is just the background.
And it's just images like flashing by, you know. Oh man, God, no. So I was. What was I going off on again? I was talking about
your mom getting diagnosed with cancer. Real fun stuff.
Yeah, and then, but I sold beers at spring training. So that month when we hung out, it was a good experience. Like we got along well, and it was just, I don't know. I was at peace with the relationship, which is an important thing. It made the grieving process of my mom's passing. So the point is, following my, I don't want to say passion, but following, you know, something I just wanted to do, you know, wanted to have fun and I enjoyed it. You know, good things happen as a result of that. Do what you want to do, people. If there's one message in our podcast, do what you want to do.
Yeah, but be
do
smart
what you're
about
good.
it.
Yeah, do what you're good at. Yeah, you have to be strategic.
Great line right here. And totally redeem yourself.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's go, buddy.
This has the most 90s soundtrack of all time.
It is.
It's like, it's a soundtrack where like they couldn't get any famous band, but like, let's get someone that sounds like the Gin Blossoms. Let's get someone that sounds like Nirvana.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Isn't that incredible? I mean,
they couldn't give the Fairley Brothers got juice after this though.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. No, this was a hit. Well, this was when I mean, Carrie had truly broken through. With
this Mask and Ace Ventura all came out the same year.
It's correct. I mean, that is you've had some hits. You know what I mean? Like
that's a career's worth of movies in 1 year. He could have never worked again.
Yeah, absolutely. And then went on to
like
his career.
And then he did the greatest movie ever, The Majestic. So
exactly.
My stepdad loved that shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
That spoke about what kind of guy he was. He liked The Majestic. and the fucking Barry Pepper movie 61
Oh,
HBO movie.
Oh,
He had it on DVD.
you know, when ESPN, I remember watching, this is pre 30 for 30, when they had those ESPN films, I remember kind of being into them, but being like, I don't know about this. They had like, you know, the Season on the Brink, you know, it was a Brian Dennehy playing Bobby Knight, the deceased. Then they'd have like the Junction Boys, where it was Tom Berenger playing, you know, Bear Bryant and, you know, putting his kids through hell in 1952, coaching
Junction
Texas.
Boys.
Saying, like, you're making a movie about this? They also had a Dale Earnhardt movie, you know, 3, you know, which was very redneck. But J.C. Simmons was Barry Pepper's father. Barry Pepper played Dale Earnhardt. So they had a decent actor playing Dale Earnhardt.
Yeah, Barry Pepper's not bad. I'm not down on Pepper. I just don't like anything that Billy Crystal produces about baseball. The last thing anyone wants to hear at this point is Billy Crystal say anything about baseball anymore.
I haven't said this in a couple weeks, Keith. I'm going to say this right now.
I move up a notch?
Yes, you moved up a
He's
notch.
the worst. He was on Colbert the other day. Let me see if I can pull up that interview.
Was he all
show.
weird and smug and shit? Or what?
Well, he wasn't funny.
Yeah.
He just would like laugh at everything Colbert said, which is fine. He's funny, but like he was answering serious questions. He asked him what's the most fearsome animal? Spitting cobra.
Well, yeah, that's Crystal. Billy Crystal. If you were a Billy Crystal fan as a comedian, I don't know.
Oh my God, it's right here.
I don't know. He wasn't terrible. Crystal wasn't terrible.
No, and I think I've never seen his full stand up, but like it's just stories about when he was like, I was a Jewish boy.
He was such a New
and my
York
father would come in and be like, son, you're a Jewish boy.
Yeah, it was always these weird ham-handed,
fascinating people, but it's hard to fully explore a guest's psyche in just 10 minutes over Zoom, which is why we here at The Late Show created something called the Colbert
Questionnaire.
Billy
He's going to
Crystal.
take the Colbert Questionnaire. This show rejected my packet, by the way.
Lovely to have you here. Always
I wrote a hard-hitting bit about...
You did, man?
Wrote a hard-hitting opening segment that Steven could have done about the renaming of the Washington football team. It was funny. It was hard-hitting.
Good for you, man.
And they rejected
enjoy,
it.
as I've said before, like a vacation.
Look how
to
fucking
talk to
wild
you.
he looks.
But
God, he is old.
one of the problems with these jobs is that you get to meet a lot of people, but it's hard to plumb the depths, plunge into soul, reveal the soul of the person you're talking to. But I have come up with a foolproof questionnaire that I've been kept. These questions have been kept in a mayonnaise jar.
Like at this point, he should be saying something.
Yeah. Billy Crystal should.
He should be talking.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, maybe it's the Zoom thing. Maybe Zoom is throwing him off.
I'm not used to this technology. You know, I'm just
Here we
Jew
go. Here we
from
go.
Brooklyn.
Peanut butter and jelly white bread.
Okay. Simple,
What?
Classy. I like it.
What was the question?
Best sandwich. Peanut butter and jelly white bread.
Should throw out.
I don't like peanut butter and jelly.
Well, because you're supposed to say something funny.
I guess my bell bottoms.
He does say one funny line.
Do you literally
Yeah,
have
well, I keep a lot of stuff.
What's the scariest animal?
A spitting cobra.
See, this is the thing
This
about
timing?
that. Here's the thing about that. The first 3 questions he answered very seriously.
Yeah.
And then I think he caught on that like, oh yeah, this is like supposed to be funny. He's not really asking me questions. So when the scariest animal came up, you hear him go, because he's like, oh, I got to come up with a joke now.
Yeah.
And you could tell he's really, he had spitting cobra.
Yeah.
And he came up with nothing. Look at. Oh, what the fuck? What happened?
It's on.
No. Do you hear it?
No. I heard it faint. I heard it faintly.
Why did it go out on the fucking thing?
Yeah, no, this is, I didn't know. This wasn't talked about. There wasn't buzz about his performance on on Colbert, you know, so, which is, maybe that's a good thing, you know, so. But I mean, he had a Mr. Saturday Night where he plays like I'm a small time actor, and here's my opportunity to be a leading man, an aging actor.
Isn't that one of the first movies where it's like about stand up?
Mr. Saturday Night.
Any kind of snake. We had a rattlesnake here not long ago in the front yard, and that was.
Oh, he lives in L.A., doesn't he? Crystal lives in L.A.
Apples or oranges?
No, apples.
Of course, you can put peanut butter on a slice of apple.
Yeah, but
He laid him out the callback. That was a callback to the PB&J.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Really?
Which is what you're supposed to
He's
do.
so out of tune.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you could maybe blame quarantine because he's probably just been sitting in this fucking room watching fucking old Babe Ruth clips.
Yep, he's sitting in his multi-million-dollar man. Another thing, again, the worst thing about Crystal, he and Bob Costas, when they get that glint in their eye, when they talk about Mickey fucking Mantle, it really bothers me.
Didn't Mickey Mantle like abuse every wife he had and shit?
Well, no, one thing Mickey Mantle abused was his liver. Well, that was the thing he abused.
I know that, but you can't.
No, I don't think. I think he was just a drunk.
Hate him for that.
I don't think he knocked his wife around.
That's good.
But he was still a drunk. I mean,
that's probably why dudes that don't quit alcohol, those are your nice guys, because that's when they're like, why I don't do anything wrong. Like, just let me fucking.
Yeah.
My dad was always that, even though my dad was kind of a dick when he gets super drunk, but in general, he was like a gentle guy.
Yeah.
So he would always be like, why are you guys tripping out? Like, just let me be an asshole for 9 hours. Let me fall asleep. And then I'll apologize in the morning.
That would be his defense or whatever when he would be challenged.
But we would always say, like, if you know this is how you get.
Such a 70s dad. It's great.
Well, I would always say, like, you acknowledge that this is how you get when you drink. Like, you know this is how you get.
Yeah.
So why do you do it?
Yeah.
Like, it'd be one thing if you blacked out and was like, it's like a multiple personality. But like, you tell people that when I drink hard liquor, I'm an asshole. And then you'll go buy a bottle of fucking Goldschlager.
It is such a rationalization of being a drunk is what it is. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, I'm telling people I'm a jerk, so I can alleviate my guilty conscience over getting hammered. It's a weird way of rationalization. Well, but I hear the logic.
And I think his logic was like, well, I'm letting you know, so if you see that I'm doing this, just leave me alone.
Yeah.
Like,
yep.
I'm giving you fair warning.
Yep.
I think he thought we were like, if you, like, we were saying, like, this is how you get, so why do you do it? He's like, this is how I get, so why do you get mad when it happens?
You're not taking responsibility for your actions. You're doing it. You know what I mean? You're being exactly. You're not.
Now you sound like me at 8 years old.
Exactly. Yeah. You're not taking responsibility.
But then I turned like, but then I started partying myself. So then I started being like, it's whatever.
Well, it didn't piss you off as much.
It's whatever. Then we started arguing about, like, I remember we got into a fall down argument about who was in first place in the NL East. or no, in the who had the best record in the National League. It was early 2000s because I said it was the Giants and he said it was the Braves. Oh no, him and my uncle were arguing.
Yeah.
And at the time I was just sitting in the basement and they were screaming at each other. And my dad comes downstairs like, I know I'm a fucking asshole. And then I went upstairs and I was like, you're both wrong. Right now the Mets have the best record in the National League.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Did they go after you?
No, but I just remember being like, both of you are dumb.
Well, yeah.
Like, and you're both wrong.
I think that's what Alicia thinks when we're when we're doing our show. Like, both of you guys are idiots.
I got into it at work. I got yeah,
I want to hear this, Keith. Good story.
Oh, dude.
I'm excited.
So I'm going to put on Falling Down while I tell this story.
Oh, yeah. This is the only decent Joel Shoemaker movie. Or as I call him, Joel Shitmaker. That subtle joke of a Joel Shitmaker.
See, but his movies, they're just not deep or like, they're not horribly made. Like, I wouldn't say he's a bad director.
Yeah.
It's just he makes cheap, campy, like, blockbuster. He's like the Michael Bay of his era.
Yeah. I think this is probably I would say it's his best movie. I remember I saw this also with Dumb and Dumber. I saw a bunch of movies at Webster Place. A lot of 90s cinema.
He really
Webster
wants
Place
this Diet Coke. This is a great. So I work at a restaurant in Los Angeles, and the place I work gets the most not COVID deniers, but the people that have a problem with the restrictions the most. That we get so many people being like, this is ridiculous, this is wrong. They'll pull up their phone and be like, this is what this says, and your table says different. And they freak out all the time.
Yeah.
So this guy comes in and he grabs a paper towels off the roll, which you're not supposed to do. They're not supposed to touch anything in the restaurant.
Yeah.
I have to get it for him.
Yeah.
But I was on my break, so I let him do it because it was raining. So I'm just like, oh, it's raining. Like,
yeah.
I'm not going to be a dick about this. I'm just going to fucking let him do his thing.
Yeah.
So the next time I look up, I see that he's moved a table because the one table was in the rain. So he moved it out of the rain and was drying it off. So I told the cashier, I go, he can't do that. Like, if none of you guys told him he could do that, you have to go tell him that he has to move it back.
Yeah.
So he got pissed off because at that point, they were like done. It was moved. It was dry. They were sitting down waiting for their food.
Yeah, they were going to, exactly.
So she tells him they have to move. And he's just like, I can hear him say, well, I want my money back. I can read his lips.
Yeah.
So, and that's fine. We'll give a refund at the drop of a fucking hat.
Yeah.
So we start doing that, and then he comes in and he starts talking to customers about like I'm pissed off now.
Yeah.
I'm pissed off now.
That's not cool.
And he comes in and he was like, you guys saw me. Like, he basically was saying that we saw him do it and we waited until he was done to go fucking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which isn't the case, but we're still like, we're as he's doing this, we're processing his refund. He's winning.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're winning.
Yeah.
I'm building up like this. This is how it's building up towards. Got some racism against Asians here.
Yeah.
So at this point, I'm not even involved. I'm getting off my break. I had just got done eating.
Yeah.
And while the cashier was getting the manager, I like to walk up and just like casually talk and like almost commiserate with him and just be like, yeah, man, I know it's fucked up, but like, this is what we have to do.
Yeah.
So I walk over to him and I go, yeah, man, the only reason we even had to say anything is because the mall makes us have the tables 8 feet apart.
Yeah.
And then his buddy that was with him goes, well, this says 6 feet. So you're full of shit. And I go, well, that's just for people. I go, tables have to be 8 feet apart because if you have more than 2 people, you have to give room for like bodies around it. And you could see he acknowledged it and he didn't say anything. And then his friend goes, but you saw me come in here and grab the paper towels. And I go, yeah, I thought you were like wiping your hands. And that's when I started amping up because I go, you do more than one thing with paper towels, man.
Yeah.
And then my manager came over and like put his arm up and then the dude took a step towards me.
Oh, really?
And I like inched back and I go, you go fuck yourself, dude. And then he pushed me back in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And I guess the white fat porky pig looking motherfucker that was with him, the dude I told him to go fuck himself.
Yeah.
You know, he might have been Armenian or Italian.
Yeah,
I don't know. I wasn't thinking about race, but so now they're trying to say I violated their civil rights. And you know what was funny? The guy, because I was worried. Here's what's interesting. So I told the guy to go fuck himself. It felt so good.
Yeah.
Because it had been building for a year.
Yeah.
I get these people at work every day. They come in, they deny COVID. They try and do it like they're being buddies. I remember one time I had a guy, I was cleaning the table and he just goes, you missed a spot. And I was just like, ha, ha, ha. And then he just goes, it's all a crock of shit, isn't it? And I go, no, people are actually dying. And then he goes, yeah. And then he sat down. So I deal with this shit all day.
Yeah.
And I just finally snapped.
Yeah.
And but then my manager, who used to be my friend, because he was like a line cook when I started, but now he's the manager.
Yeah.
So then he calls me in. What happened? You can't do that. I'm like, I know I can't do that. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I was justified.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. But good for you for having a pair for saying something. You know, seriously.
And then all the employees were like, dude, we're on your side. Like, we would have done the same thing. And then my manager calls me and basically like the regional manager.
Oh, yeah.
She calls and we talk about Marvel movies. Like, it's good that I have a good relationship with all my coworkers.
There's a rapport. Yeah.
And I don't act like this. Like, it's not like I have outbursts with customers all the time.
Yep.
So, and I'm thinking like they're a corporation. They're definitely not going to take my side, but they took my side. And now, as of right now, they're trying to work out a way to get this guy to never, because the white dude who I didn't tell to go fuck himself, he's making a bigger stink about this.
Oh, is he going like on social media and stuff?
No, he's just in a fight with corporate. Like, he wants me fired.
Oh.
And they don't want him to ever come back to the store. So they're trying to work out a way to where like, because the way he led off, he basically wrote to corporate and immediately led with like, well, you guys don't know how to do your job.
Oh, God.
Which is not the way you go at corporate.
Well, I was going to say, yeah.
You pretend like you got to be a victim the whole time.
Yeah, yeah. Also, butter the knife a little bit, you know?
And I think they've involved the word racism. I think they're trying to say I'm a racist. Because the guy, I thought he was white. I thought he was Sicilian at best. He had a little Anthony Cumianus to his face.
At this point in our post-truth world, I've said this before. Why not just bring back white-on-white racism? Well, we're at that point where
we gotta
nothing
get back to
matters,
some more rage.
No one trusts the French. It's just like the
but it felt good.
Polacks are dumb.
I'll tell you this for the listeners.
Yeah,
getting to tell someone to go fuck themselves and not getting fired for it is the best feeling.
Yeah,
ever.
You feel empowered.
Also, I just got to say this for anybody listening that knows me.
Yeah.
If you are hardcore like that about like if you're like that about like COVID rules or COVID in general, don't tell me because I will never speak to you again. I give passes so much. Like, I know people that regularly say the N-word. Like, I let a lot of things slide. The denial of science is one thing I can't let go.
Yeah.
I can't have that stupidity in my life.
Oh, yeah. And it's so real. I mean, dude, in my driving, in my travels with Lyft, I've had guys, this guy was a baggage handler at LAX. I picked him up. And what I've noticed about this too, it's interesting, but he came in and I was like, I always have a thing I say. So feel free to crack the window if you want to. If you don't want to, no problem. And then I just say, I always say, well, I've been tested for 9 times. I've been negative every time. So I've been doing this since. And I just tell it to him. I just say, hey, listen.
Or if you're going to deny science in front of me, you can't counter it with a conspiracy theory. Because everybody who doesn't believe in science, they only believe in conspiracy theories.
Well, I know. Yeah. It's because they can't conceptualize the fucking world. Their critical thinking skills are limited because our education system
and then here's
is
also
garbage.
something
That's the
I'm
reason
done with.
why. But
anything, and the whole argument of shooting down anything from a major publication, I'm done with that. Because I have arguments with friends where they'll say something and I'll be like, oh, actually, I read something that says different. And he'll be like, let me get the article. And I'll send it to him and he'll be like, LOL, the New York Times.
Oh, I know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like, there's no history of good journalism.
The biggest newspaper in the world.
I know. Oh, we'll just dismiss it. It's incredible. The smear campaign, it's really worked in a lot of ways. I mean, it really has. What they've been able to sort of like delegitimize and undermine. It's very insidious, but powerful.
Yeah, it leads to people being a dick at fucking mall food court restaurants.
Exactly. And like, it's weird, like sense of
and then it threatens my position.
And it's, what frustrates me about that too is,
we got to go, Karen.
Yeah.
You know what's weird though is how the adrenaline rushes off, because I tell this guy to go fuck himself. I'm feeling real alive.
Yeah.
At that point, and I was willing to get fired for this.
Yeah.
Like, I have enough split second judgment to where like I could have told people to go fuck themselves the whole 2 years I've worked at this place. I got enough control of that. So I chose to say this.
Yeah.
I made a choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I went in the back and I just started washing dishes immediately, which also shows what a good fucking employee I am, because I told the customer to go fuck himself, and to cool off, I went in back and worked.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
I fucking crushed a big pile of dishes while I was fuming about this overhead spigot.
Yeah, dude, I tell you what, that's always the gear of a restaurant. I was a dishwasher for a while. That's a sweaty job. You're working as a dishwasher. You're lifting stuff. Like, I feel like that's like the engine room of a ship.
And then the actual dishwasher that was on call comes back and goes, crazy people, man.
Oh, really?
And then one other dude
spread the rumor.
And then I did it in front of everybody.
Yeah,
like I screamed. He was at the cash register. Like, this was very public. If there were customers in the restaurant, like,
it would have been like,
this would have been a thing, dude. Like, I screamed. It's, if you weren't looking, you would have thought we were about to fist fight.
Yeah,
like, I lost it. And
I'm not laughing at you. It's hilarious,
dude. Check this out.
Because it's
2
real.
days before that,
everyone's done.
I saw a lady walking around in the mall with a fucking swastika embroidered on the back of her purse.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Like designer. It wasn't like she pinned it. Like, she bought a purse with a swastika on it. A designer purse.
Yeah.
And it was not a swastika.
Yeah.
You don't see that combo of red, black, and white.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know what it is immediately. You want to know why? Because it's banned. That's the reason why.
I even said,
it's
I was like,
illegal.
I was going to chase her down, but I was going to be like, no, if the mall sees her, they'll surely kick her out of the mall. Because I almost wanted to chase her down and be like, you can go to jail for your purse right now, right? Like, you're committing a crime with your accessories.
When I hear stuff like that, and that's appropriate for this scene, by the way, of falling down. You know what's interesting? I really do think that there's a coordinated effort, and maybe I'm being conspiratorial on the left, of like, okay, you're going to earn your stripes. You're going to go out and wear a MAGA hat and walk down the streets of West Hollywood. Just sticking a needle in the eye. Just stick a needle in the eye, and you got to deal with what's going to come at you. It's a way of earning. If you know all these like right wing thinkers, all these they all earn their stripes. They have to get arrested once or twice in their kind of career to actually have credibility amongst all the right wing pricks that come together. Like Roger Stone, I'm sure, has been arrested. Well, obviously he was in jail. Like all these people, but it's like a badge of honor for them. It's a badge.
It sounded like that was in Chicago coming out. Yeah. There. It's a badge of honor.
But it's like a bonding thing because they're assholes. So there's something I think insidious about that. Do you think am I being too conspiratorial?
No. Okay, that's a good conspiracy.
Of just like, and just
any
see what happens.
Conspiracy that debunks fascists is good.
You're biased. Yeah.
Well, did you know birds aren't real?
Oh, is it the next one? Is it the latest one?
Birds aren't real. They went extinct with the dinosaurs.
Jesus
and
Christ.
then they just reincorporated birds back into society, but they're cameras. They're like drones.
Yeah.
Specifically pigeons. But it's gone deeper. First it was pigeons, and now people are like, scratch that, all birds.
The mental illness.
Some of these people are
pronounced. It's pretty
heads of corporations.
Oh yeah, these were people where you would say, oh, they're intelligent.
Usually the guy who was into conspiracies was like the dude who lived in the back room of his family's house.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, he was in a
family
street
of
corner.
13, 4 out of 6 of them have problems.
Yeah. Like a truly dysfunctional large family. Yeah, exactly. But it also shows how unhealthy people are. It really does. And it doesn't matter that myth, that illusion of, well, you're rich and you somehow are intelligent. We should listen to you and follow you. It's like, no, they're fucked up like everyone else.
That's why
they're driven by their demons, probably more so.
In the 80s and 90s, people who thought like that wouldn't be in society because the types of jobs that were out, you had to be out with people. And you worked on a construction site. If you had any sort of mental shit that
it got figured out in a hurry,
or just people were like, this guy's a problem, you're fired.
Yeah.
Which isn't good. I'm saying but now I think with the advent of like having digital, we're like data entry jobs where you're just sitting in front of a computer all day and you're not necessarily interacting with coworkers.
Yeah, exactly.
I think what I'm saying is I think the technological era allowed some crazy people into the workforce.
Yeah.
Undetected.
Yeah.
And that's also, there should have been systems in place to catch these people, i.e. mental health facilities that didn't exist. And then now these people are data entry people.
Yeah.
And then now they're like high level fucking... high level executives,
managers and executives,
and
stuff,
they're QAnoners because they have fucking mental problems that allow them to believe these fucking fantastical ideas. And I'm not talking about depression and shit. I'm talking about like mental problems that allow you to believe shit like this.
Yeah, absolutely. Like there's some need is being met by behaving this way or believing in that.
Is he about to fuck him in the ass?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is where he kills.
Does he put that gun in his butt?
It is the. I think this is actually an okay scene.
Well, this is where you got to flip him because the whole movie he's like just like terrorizing society over a Diet Coke.
Yeah,
so now you actually have to make him a hero at some point.
Well, because this is an important scene because this is the first guy he kills. Yeah. So he actually offs the guy.
I didn't kill the guy though. Just told him to go fuck himself.
Yeah, man. So
what was that?
It was
that was the segment. It's the falling down segment. That's good.
Exactly.
See how we're finding our feet?
Yeah, no. So I'm trying to think with me and with work, and I don't think. Oh no.
So that's what I was gonna. You never lost it on it when you were like. So when you were doing the housing thing where you had to find racists, you never wanted to be like, you fucking piece of shit.
Actually, what I usually felt was, we got you. We got your ass.
Yeah, because you were the hammer of justice.
Yeah, exactly. I was. Did
you ever catch a racist and then nothing happened to him?
No, man. We had a 25 trial winning streak. We won 25 straight trials. So I was in a bunch of trials. For those who don't know, my first job out of undergrad was I was a fair housing tester. I ran the fair housing testing program of the oldest civil rights or fair housing agency in the country, founded by Martin Luther King in 1966. And I ran their fair housing testing program. I would get complaints of housing discrimination. Then I would assume a fake identity and go out and try to rent the same place or
in
buy
blackface.
The same place. In
early 90s.
Al Jolson.
Yeah.
No, I would go out and people loved it when I showed up. But they would always, inevitably the way you're discriminated against is, oh, the place has been rented. And then when I would show up, they'd always say, yeah, the place is here. And I would get an application.
Dude, I just can see you 30 pounds lighter, semi-mullet, ratty mustache.
I did not have a I had a semi-mullet, but the mustache, I always thought that was preposterous.
Successful catch, bopping around fucking State Street, fucking your tail's feathering a little bit in the background. About to go eat at Ed DeBevick's, buy the crew a meal.
No, but I would have. Go
see Darren Bodecker, who's working there.
And Steve O'Harvey.
Yeah. But no, Steve O'Harvey worked there for like 47 years.
Oh, absolutely, man. I think he ran a crew, like a singing crew. Like he'd come out and like sing the
Rest
song.
in peace, Steve O'Harvey.
Absolutely. Yeah. Good guy.
Before my time, but he was one of those comics where when you started doing stand-up in Chicago, you learned about Steve O'Harvey.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
He just told, oh, you don't know who this guy is?
All those conversations. And then
you
realize,
Dwayne, Steve O'Harvey, and then like fucking, who was the fucking Paul Sigworth?
Oh yeah,
was the one I heard about that.
Wow,
was like you gotta see these guys. You should have seen these guys.
Oh, I know. When you first get into comedy, it's like this new world has opened up, you know. But yeah, no, I did that. I took those fake identities on, and I never felt like, I was shocked a few times.
Do you have to get clearance to do that? Is that not
no?
Do you have to get you got to get an ID made and everything?
No. It was a very simple process. We would train testers. We had a pool of testers. Because typically what we did was what we call the Oreo test. It's called the So what it was is we had the black person's experience. Then I would go out. Then we have another black person go out. We called it the Oreo test, and that one was a killer because it would be like, oh, place is rented. Oh, it's available. Oh, place is rented. And it would be like within 15 minutes of each other. So they had no excuse.
It's not called the Oreo test in your pilot, is it?
Oh, of course it is.
Oh. They're going to cut that. That will get cut. I'm just letting you know right now. You're going to have to rename that test. You might as well do it right now.
It's grounded in the 90s. That's the time it takes place.
You can't do that anymore.
You know,
you got to ground it in the right side of history.
Well, of course, it's in the right side of history.
I know. I'm just kidding.
I mean, it was an Oreo test. We're busting bigots by doing that. You know, it's a black person's experience, a white person, a black person's experience. Black people said it too at the organization, and we went out and then we busted people. We didn't cancel them and call it activism. You see, we actually
was that
did
an
something.
Acronym for like OREA that it like stand for something, or
no,
it just meant white and
the
black.
Cookie, yeah. White and black test,
mulatto.
You know? So that's what we would do. So we would send that out, and it was
that's great.
You know, yeah.
The 90s ruled.
So we had that, and it was. I never told someone to fuck off. I tell you what, when I worked at the city of Chicago, I started getting very brazen. I would say, that's a bunch of. I'd swear people a lot on the phone, and that was like part of business.
It's a Midwest thing, dude.
You know,
when the first time you call someone a jagoff.
Yeah,
you're from Illinois now.
I mean, I'm around the phone. I mean, because if I didn't do that, dude, I'm working on these developments with these asshole developers who just will run roughshod on you. They will just pound on you unless you have a spine. So my business balls dropped, and I had a few times like, that's a bunch of shit. You haven't fucking sent that in. I've been asking for it for 2 fucking weeks. You know, like, I mean, doing, going off on fuck bombs, which I thought,
fuck bombs.
You know, I felt like I was, I grew a pair, but you know, so we'll see. We'll see how the Oreo test line goes.
So I figured to lead us into the second half here. The other big thing that we should get in, we're getting into the ad nauseum topics this week, and I think the only one was
here we go,
was the Oprah interview.
You know, I'll be dead honest with you.
We're gonna go in a couple different directions because this had me thinking about other stuff. Like we can have this had me thinking about the Jackson interview and the Martin Bashir Diana interview.
Yeah,
because those kind of started this thing of like we're gonna get the scoop. Entertainment has like. Actual sources of like law enforcement and like reporting couldn't solve this. Don't worry. Geraldo Rivera has your back.
Oh man. It's sensationalized. Plus it's Oprah who's she's evolved into just a bright beam of light. Are they in LA?
They had to go to Oprah's. There was part of it Oprah followed them around, but this whole thing is.
And later, Harry joins us. What was the tipping point?
That's my favorite. See how they're holding hands?
Blindside the queen.
They didn't, but
they're like the millennial royals, right? Is that what they are?
The handhold. See how they're sitting holding hands together? That is, I guarantee you they told them to do that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And is hold hands, angle your knees in towards each other.
Yes, to show your connection.
Here's where I like
Later,
the tone. Like, what did they talk about is fine to me. Like, I wasn't shocked that British people are racist. By the way,
dude, everyone's racist. Okay, and England, my God, some of the most educated people I know.
I went a different way immediately. I think we need to disband the crown, evaporate the whole thing. Disband the crown and give the money to the country. They shouldn't be, certainly no more tax money. So that was my take on this. Yes, they're racist. Yes, it's bad, but like they shouldn't have their titles because royalty shouldn't exist. So that's why your son shouldn't have titles, because none of you should have titles.
Yeah, it's, that's the way. I mean, I wonder what it must be real estate where they actually have a lot of their money, because I'm sure they own a large portion of the country still. So
and Oprah was so like, can I touch the baby? Can I Gucci, give me
I have such.
Can I say Gucci goo? Can I put my mouth to your belly and say Gucci goo? I want your baby to know who the fuck I am. Can I be your Can I be your baby's godmother? It's not a question, Megan.
Yeah, no,
you're here in my fucking
command.
house. Yeah. I'm gonna eat your placenta if you don't answer my fucking questions.
God, she
just turns quick.
There's something about Oprah's.
They showed her from the chest up because she's just squid tentacles from the fucking waist down.
But yeah, that would work with her hairstyle, I think, a little bit. But the thing about Oprah, it just what she represents. I don't know. I have very ambivalent feelings about her.
Well, let's go.
I think she's trying to do, like, in her own way. She's trying to do like the right thing in a certain way. But she's
I'm not anti-Oprah in this. I'm just trying to find. Fuck, it's unavailable.
Feelings.
Wow.
I just have mixed feelings about her sometimes. There's a certain self-serving quality to her. And
look at 90s Oprah. God. This is 1993.
She's been doing this.
See, this is back when she was going. Wow. Now she went to the Neverland Valley Ranch.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no way now. She's staying on her compound.
Hello.
She asked Michael if he's a virgin in this. This is pre-Diana. For some reason, I thought the Diana one was before this.
Wait, Princess Diana?
Yeah. When Martin Bashir interviewed Diana.
No, that was a little bit later. Yeah. Yeah. This is after his first accusation of child molestation, I believe.
You'd be a little nervous, but that's great, because if you're not nervous, I won't be nervous. I just wanted to let the world know that
God, you could tell she didn't know where she stood with celebrities yet. Like,
yeah.
In the Harry and Meghan interview, she comes in full bore. Like, I'm getting the information out of you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
And in this one, she's very like, you comfortable with like
tiptoeing around a little bit.
The video of you in the early years, did that bring back memories for you?
It made me giggle.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't seen.
Boy, I just 2 words in, that guy diddled kids.
Of course, he did.
2 words in, not even a full sentence.
As much as COVID deniers bother me, I was telling you that story. I picked up a guy who was like, I was telling him about, I've been tested negative 9 times. He's like, yeah, it's a hoax. I was just like, I just like, okay, what I've noticed. There's ignorance. It doesn't matter if you're a white person or a black person or a Latin person or an Asian person. There are deniers across all the races and all the people. There's an ignorance amongst a lot of people, and it's very saddening to me, but a fact nonetheless.
It is a more intellectual breakdown of what every rap rock metal song was about, basically right there.
Exactly. Pawning it off as if it was deep and original.
You just described a Korn song.
So when I look at those tapes of you, and heaven knows that putting this together, I think I've seen every piece of video ever done.
Yeah, this was a big deal. I mean,
she wasn't hot yet. Even though Oprah's annoying, she's hotter now.
Well, the lighting's better, the hair is better. This is God, man.
Were you as happy off stage as you appeared to be on stage?
Well, on stage for me was home. Mm-hmm. I was most comfortable.
It's insane that he's dead. It is insane that he's dead.
Yeah. I think he had psychological issues that none of us can even really diagnose. They were just so unique to him, and just the insanity of the level of fame that he had, and what you're overcompensating for, and it's pretty crazy, you know.
The Princess of Wales.
The Princess of Wales.
Now Martin Bashir is a little more predatorial. Like I hear he fucking like squeezed his way into the royal family and like promised not to do things. Like he straight up, all the questions he asked, I think he reassured them, like, don't worry, I'm not going to stir the pot.
Yeah.
And then he straight up went in and like, talk about your mental health. That's one thing I've noticed from this interview, from the Harry and Meghan one. The British people are non-believers in mental illness. I think it's that post-World War II shit of like, just stuff it, just whatever, become stone.
Stiff upper lip.
Just become stone and don't have emotion about it.
Repress, that's what you're supposed to do.
Just stand in your yard and kill prostitutes.
Yeah,
just kill prostitutes.
Listen, America is similar to England. It comes from that. It's got the same insanity. There's that streak in this country. Like, you're wearing a mask because you're weak. Getting sick is weakness.
Did you see fucking Piers Morgan get fired on air?
Oh, yeah.
Or quit on air?
Yeah. I watched that clip. I saw it once, but yeah, I saw it.
That was great.
Yeah, he left. So I want to hear the question.
But although I was daunted at the problem, I think you have to.
Boy, she's got an eating disorder. She's too gaunt. At her age there, she's too gaunt. She's 36, 37. She could have a little more weight.
For the pressures that came with marrying into the royal family.
At the age of 19, you always think you're prepared for everything. And you think you have the knowledge of what's coming ahead.
Boy, just nothing funny about the British, huh? Even like, it's just
Monty
such
Python,
a
my
dry.
friend.
Well, that's the only funny people in the history of England.
Oh, come on, man! I think there's been a long history of good comedy.
I know.
Obviously, I know.
But I'm saying, like, I feel like the culture in general, outside of the profession of comedy, like being humorous, just I feel like isn't ingrained in their everyday way of life.
Not at all. Couldn't be.
That's
honestly,
no. We saved that for fucking.
Couldn't be further from the truth, man.
From that guy with the from that young man with the fez who died on that TV show. That's the only comedian.
No, it is when you go anywhere in that country, you're dealing with a toll booth person, a person at a football match, at a bar, anything. Everyone always has a line. Everyone always has a line. You know, when you're opening a door, like people have a line. They'll have a funny line for you. You know, so that's part of their thing. You know.
Yeah, but it's just the accent. They're not saying funny. He's just like, everybody's got a funny line. They're just being like, hello.
It's hilarious. Say it again. Say it again. Hello.
Good day. I'm just saying hello, you cunt. Ah!
Yeah, they love saying the word cunt. There's
very frivolous with the word cunt.
Yeah, definitely. But
quietly, and it didn't. And then when we were married, they said it would go quietly, and it didn't. And then it started to focus.
It's so weird how they're just like, that's insane how the royal family is. The controversial part of this is she just goes, yes, I'm quite depressed. And then that was it. Stop the fucking presses.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You know, well, she was. Listen, her death was a big deal. I mean, the paparazzi killed her.
But at the end of both these interviews, you get the vibe that the royal family kind of wanted Meghan Markle to die like Diana. Like their whole end game, it seemed like, well, they want to quit, so let's remove their security. Let's talk shit so the press gets wind of it. Like, let's remove their security so when the press hounds them, we'll make their life hell. Like, I think not that they wanted her dead, but I think they were like, let's Diana her. Like, let's fucking...
Well, I don't know if it's death, but I'll tell you one thing. It's punishment. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt that it's punishment.
Because they did the same thing with her. They thought they liked that the press hounded her. Like, they wanted her to be miserable.
I have no idea on that front.
I remember when she died. Yeah, I'm young enough to where I didn't understand why it was a big deal. Same thing with OJ. Like when the OJ trial was going on, I didn't grasp how. I was just like, why do people care that this dude killed his wife? Like people kill their wives all the time.
Because he's OJ Simpson.
And then they were like, he used to be in the NFL, and I'm just like, so what?
Yeah, a lot of people were, but he was a star for a while.
Oh, I didn't know. All they had to say was he's one of the greatest football players that ever lived.
Yeah,
they didn't say that. That's how racist my family was. They didn't want to give him his athletic credit. He's just a guy. He played football. Years later, I was like, oh, you didn't tell me he was like the greatest running back of his era.
Yeah. Again, I've said this before on the show. There are certain running backs that I don't recall. And I was too young to know his greatness and Chuck Foreman's greatness too. I didn't know it, but I'm old enough to remember Walter Payton being great. Walter Payton, Tony Dorsett,
never murdered
Earl
anyone.
Campbell.
Walter Payton, by the way,
just his body. It was Payton
murdered his marriage too.
Earl Campbell and Tony Dorsett were the three best running backs when I was a kid, and they were all great in their own way,
and
their own unique way.
All couldn't walk by the age of 42.
I think Tony Dorsett has like full-on Alzheimer's now, like full-on Alzheimer's. You know, it's like wow. And he was a keep when the 77 Cowboys won the Super Bowl 12, which is the first Super Bowl that I actually have genuine memories of. They beat the Broncos, dominated them. Held the Broncos to 138 yards total offense. Still not the lowest.
Keep going.
Still not the lowest total in Super Bowl history. That's an honor held by the Minnesota Vikings of 1974, who had 119 yards of total offense against the Pittsburgh Steelers, the famed Steel Curtain. I remember, and Tony Dorsett was on the 77 Cowboys, and they dominated the Broncos, and he was key. Like him being on the team and them trading for him. That's the reason why they won the Super Bowl was Tony Dorsett. That's when running back was still kind of a glory position. Now, not like it is now where it's basically just you need three guys to get 500 yards.
The 77 Cowboys made a living angering young Adam Crozier.
I hate the Dallas Cowboys for that reason.
Oh, yeah, they stink.
For that reason, I hate them. You know what I did this week, Keith? I'm going to let you know something. I went back and watched NFL Films, a game of the week, of the NFC Championship game from 1974.
The Rams and Cowboys?
Rams and Vikings. Rams and Vikings in 74. I watched the 76
one. Steelers? Think they would have finally had the Steelers game?
All I can say,
the Rams almost beat the Steelers.
Oh, yeah. Super Bowl 14. That was the last of the 4 Super Bowls for the Steelers. But of that run they had. But I watched those 2 NFL Films games, and it was like, on NFL Games of the Week, and I was like, the Vikings shouldn't have won either of those games, and they went to the Super Bowl. The 76 season, you want to know why they won? Here's why they blocked a field goal and returned it for a touchdown. Then they blocked a punt,
that's great, because there are some games you look back on and you can play the like, oh man, if they only won that game, like they could, if this would have happened.
Yeah.
But I like the idea that you're hung up on, you watch the game, but you're still like, no, they didn't deserve to win this.
Yeah. And here's what happened in the 74 championship game. They beat the Rams 14-10, and then they lost to the Steelers. They lost. That was the 3rd Super Bowl they had. Oh no, they lost to the Dolphins. That one. I'm sorry, the Dolphins. No. It was 74 with Steelers. 73. They played the Cowboys in the 73 NFC Championship game. I watched that game. The Vikings kicked their ass. They flat out dominated the Cowboys in Texas. They dominated them. It was great.
How distraught would you have been if you could have went back in time and tapped yourself on the shoulder and been like, this victory isn't going to matter in 30 years
because they're going to lose next week in the Super Bowl
every time, kid.
So I was 74. I watched the highlights. 74. Here's what happened. The Vikings had a punt where they held the Rams at their 1 foot line, for the Rams. The Rams had a 98-yard drive. They had a 98. And so they got down to the 1 of the Vikings and threw an interception on a tipped ball. And the Vikings picked it off in the end zone. It's like, I mean, the Rams got no points on that.
I think this is the most American thing. We were watching 2 British people talk, and we were like, let's talk football. Enough.
But I was watching
we
NFL.
Get it. You killed her.
But it was watching those highlights it was just fun. It was fun watching. And then I watched a little bit of the 77 championship game. And I mean, it was domination. The Cowboys were a superior. Ditka coached the special teams for the Cowboys.
Yeah, that was back when coaches wore tuxedos, dude.
Yeah, yeah. Tom Landry wore his
feather fedoras
and wore a suit and tie. He was going to the office, But it was
except he wasn't.
Exactly.
That's shit where I'm like, enough.
What are you, Connie Mack?
Get out of here.
Seriously, 1903. So there I was going to the
anything like, and I love football,
of course.
Like, the military-esque level of how seriously it gets taken is insane.
I know.
I don't think I'd be able to be a player where like someone's screaming at you, and not that I would be insubordinate, but I would just be like,
yeah,
dude, calm down. Like I'd almost laugh in their face. Like, and then like that whole thing of like when they forced like, oh, dropping. That's why I can never do high school. Cause like, go run 25 laps. I would just be like, no.
Oh man.
You can't make me do shit. You old fucking failure.
Well, we've talked about this before on the show, and I have few athletic triumphs, but I've tried out I played football for a year.
If they wanted to teach high school athletes really like that, that's what I can't get is the like, we're preparing you for the future.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, you're not. If you wanted to prepare us for the future, you would be teaching us on how to shingle roofs right now. because that's what we're all gonna.
computers.
Because
Yeah.
that's what we're gonna end up doing after this.
Yeah,
None of us are gonna be professional football players. Stop making us do 2-a-day practices.
Again, the whole rationalization is it's toughening you up. So when you're in tough times, you have the mental toughness to fight through and get your goal done.
Your whole
It's
family
toughening
was
you
just
up, you
killed
know?
by a gunman. Thank God I played high school football and I have the tools to deal with this.
No, I know. Yeah, but that's what was passed off. And so I was of an era, and I played a lot of organized sports from 79 to 84, 85, organized sports for probably 5 or 6
Dude,
years.
you probably got a little CTE.
So, but I was, I did not like the yelling. I just could not handle, and I mean, God, I remember some guys just.
You mean you weren't a team player?
But not even getting, other guys getting yelled at, I mean, scared me, and then when I got yelled at, I just didn't like it. And some guys, when they got yelled at, they'd play better because they'd play pissed off, and I couldn't do that. I'd wilt. I couldn't handle the blistering yelling.
He'd wilt and not Chamberlain, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, I wouldn't say I would wilt, but I would just, it made me more defensive. I got more in my head as opposed to just playing,
Everybody think of a young kid with Adam Croce's adult head on it, just dejected because his coach just called him a fucking Nancy.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, what was the worst thing? Oh, I remember this. God, I hadn't thought about this in a long time. Babe Ruth baseball I played. I was 15 years old. And the manager, I was good friends with the best player on the team.
For non, that's like high school level baseball, but not high school.
Yeah, exactly. I was 15. Yeah. And so, but all the best baseball players played in the summer,
If you didn't play for the school, you played Babe Ruth.
Exactly.
Ponies.
Exactly.
It was called the Ponies.
Ponies was all Pony
played.
League. Exactly. So it was a higher level of baseball being played, and it was just, I remember I was on second base and the catcher was Tony Engadal, who had a howitzer arm. He had a very strong arm.
I love that because that means he threw 45 miles per hour.
No. He
hit 60 easily.
No. This catcher had a good arm. He had a good arm. The fastest throwing hardest throwing pitcher in the league threw about in the high 80s. There were like 4 guys who threw in the 80s, which was that was pretty hard.
This guy's going to play for the Orioles. Jesus Christ.
Ronnie Dickerson was a guy. What a fucking
that is a baseball fucking name.
88 mile an hour fastball. He struck me on 3 pitches. But I got on base. Eric Gardo, who was a good pitcher.
All baseball names.
I milked a walk off him and it pissed him off. So he tried picking me off.
Eric Gardo and whatever that name you just named, all names that sound like they would make fun of a kid named Adam Croce.
So I'm on first base. And
just by names,
off,
I see where you fit in.
And he tried picking me off on first base, and the ball went off my ass, and I got to second base, but I didn't get to third. And the manager was the coach on the third base. No, I was on second base, but I didn't advance 2 bases, and it just pissed off the manager of my team. Saying, "What the hell is your problem? You should have gotten 2 bases." He's yelling that, I'm like, "But I'm on second base. I did advance, so whatever." So the next play is a wild pitch, and I don't go to third base. It's because Tony Engadal was the catcher, and the backstop was like 8 feet away. He didn't have to run that far back to get the ball to potentially throw me out. So I didn't go on the first pass ball. And he just, "What are you doing?" There was a wild pitch the next pitch. So I was like, I got to run. And I was thrown out by 5 feet. By 5 feet. He yelled at the top of his lungs, "What do I have to do? Light a fire under your ass to make you run faster?" It was top of his lungs.
But he had
yelling.
one of those Zippos too. That he could have fucking one of those cigar lighters.
Well, I mean, it was like veins were popping in his face.
There is a moral to this though, because I don't know if people knew, but Tony Engadal was at the Capitol riot. So he stormed the Capitol.
Because Engadal,
Tony.
I'll never forget this. When the pass ball happened and I looked over and I was running as fast as I could, there was a little board at the base of the backstop that the ball just hit it, and it literally popped right up 3 feet in the air. He just grabbed it midair and just all in one motion, and I was out by a mile. I slid into the tag. The guy could have read a book in the time that I was so far out. And he just, and third base, and he's probably 6 feet away from me, top of his lungs yelling. So I'm like, this guy's an ass. I didn't like that. I didn't like that feeling. But that was an era of athletics where you did that.
One time,
you'd really chew someone's ass.
I was a good hitter. I got to play in ponies when I was like in 4th grade one time.
Oh,
it was
wow.
I got to sub in for the Babe Ruth League.
Good for you, man. Yeah, you did. Yeah.
And I remember I was doing well, and my coach, because I wanted to pitch. When you're in Little League, if you're one of the top overall players, you
pitch or play short. Yep.
And my dad had been teaching me how to pitch, and I remember my coach being like, "Yeah, we'll get you in one game. We'll get you in."
Yeah.
And I remember the game I was supposed to pitch. My main manager didn't show up, the main coach, and the second coach had to fucking coach, and he let his son pitch. I booger cried. Like where there's oh, dude, I was so upset, and his son got fucking
lit up,
rocked.
Yeah, I got lit up. He was
rocked.
Yeah. He got rocked. I like that. That's a good. Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, we lost our first game 32-1.
Oh God.
Little League has some lopsided ass scores.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And that's another thing, dude. Mercy rule us, dude. Why are you letting us play?
No, we had that.
We're
in Babe
all developed
Ruth.
eating disorders out here, dude. Like, what are you doing to us?
Yeah, I found of all the sports I played, basketball is probably my best sport. I put the most energy into it. No, I got bitched at a few times. I think I said this one time in the show. I was at the Maryland basketball camp. I was 12 years old. There were professional basketball players or Division I basketball players there. John Lucas. I saw John. Remember John Lucas, former coach John Lucas?
Yeah. He
was a great player for the Terps. He was a severe drug addict at that point in his life. I'll never forget being 12 years old. And he came out there was like a shoot competition. We went to 5 different spots. You got points for various shots in the court, and they wanted to see if you had a decent shot. And he went out there with Coach Rizal, and there's 200 kids there. And he was literally, he didn't have a shirt on, and he was like twitching, sweating, like just, hey, and his jock was riding up his back. He couldn't stop himself from moving.
Get off my jock, man.
And it was like, I remember Coach Drizel had to come over and put his hands on his shoulders and be like, you got to calm down a little bit, John. And he was and then John Lucas shot the ball, and he threw up like 5 air balls.
Thought you were gonna say he threw up his whole breakfast.
No, he threw
all over,
and it was like this guy is, and he was coked out of his tree as a 12-year-old. I could tell.
Oh, he was coked out.
Oh, absolutely, man.
What a fun kid.
He was told. I mean, I was
should
12,
have become friends with him.
But he was. That was John Lucas, who coached the
dead?
Spurs, and he was a NBA coach for a long time. But
did he die of a heart attack?
No, he's alive. He's alive. He got sober.
Got off the dust.
His low point, he said, he played for the Rockets in 1986, which is the year they went to the championship and lost to the 86 Celtics. They were a good team. They had Akeem Olajuwon and Ralph Sampson before his knees got bad. We should put the music on. But it was
well, that was back when if you were 7 feet tall, your legs were going to fall off.
Exactly.
Like there's no hope.
But John Lucas got cut from that team, and he went on a 4-day bender. And when he came out of his bender, he didn't have a shirt on, and he had someone else's pants on and was barefoot walking around some just rough part of Houston.
You're not.
But he sobered up. He sobered up.
That's a shame.
It's
a crying shame. That's what it makes me laugh about sports, though, is like it's boys running around and men who are boys on the inside playing a boys game. But we also treat them like soldiers.
Yeah.
This is like indenture, like they're boys playing like boys, but you need to be a hardened soldier to play it.
Yeah.
Like I like the two-wayness of it. Like
absolutely, the duality.
Doesn't make sense.
Yep. Yeah.
Then let them be boys. Don't yell at them when they fucking. Let Tom Brady throw the fucking Lombardi Trophy across a boat. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You old bitch.
I just
remember
remember
your fucking stupid dad welded a trophy. Did you see how mad people got at Tom Brady because he threw the Lombardi Trophy?
He has no respect for it, Yeah, no, fine. Yeah, throw it. I've never experienced it, so I have a certain personal bitterness.
Yeah.
Knowing that my team has never hoisted the Lombardi, despite having very talented players.
One team wins it every year.
So yeah, it's true. But no, my point is, I remember getting yelled at Maryland basketball camp. We were doing a certain, there was like a pick and roll drill that it was more of a coaching thing. I didn't know what they were trying to do. I didn't know how to move, to rotate.
Well, yeah, you were a child. You didn't understand complex basketball.
And this is in front of all the kids. There's probably 50 kids around the court.
I think we're getting into a defining moment for Crocious.
And I fucked up twice. And this coach made me run suicides in front of the entire camp. And there I was. But fortunately, Chuck Norris was going to defend me. That's where my mind goes with this music. But I had to run suicides. I had to go from baseline to foul line, baseline to midcourt, baseline to foul line, baseline to baseline in front of everyone. I did that. I had to run suicides, and I didn't cry.
But I did shit down my leg.
But I had that lip, like the quivering lip, like I'm not gonna cry.
That's great.
The quivering lip as a 12-year-old.
Dude, you're lucky your mom didn't walk in. You would have lost it.
Yeah. Well,
dude, I had one time, me and my best friend were walking home from the town carnival.
Yeah.
We were there all day.
Oh,
and
I'm sure it was a blast. I'm sure it was a fun
the best
day.
time, dude.
Of course, man.
You hold
Cotton
hands,
candy.
You hold hands with girls, dude. It's a good
Oh
time.
yeah, absolutely.
Listen to Limp Bizkit and Eminem songs.
Yeah.
Fucking Destiny's Child, Pay the Bills was fucking blaring in the out of the beer tent.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Where all of our parents were being irresponsible.
Yep.
So we're walking home. And you know that when someone swings a car around you to like cut you off?
Oh, yeah.
This happened to us. We were about to cross into the street and this dude whips his car around and stops, gets out. You motherfuckers broke my car window. He thought... Two white boys. It was back in the era where Gilligan hats were popular. My friend was wearing a Gilligan hat.
Yeah, absolutely.
A white blonde
was he in the
boy
New
with
Radicals?
this hat. Yeah, we were fucking starting a fucking
you got
band.
the music in you. Hey. Wait, go ahead. Sorry, man.
So he's like a white boy with the hat that looked just like you, which we're two undescript white guys. I'm sure he was right.
Yeah.
But we were like, dude, we've been at the carnival all day. Like we can go take us to the carnival. We have a whole group of people.
We have litany of witnesses.
That like our parents are there. Like we could. So this guy's screaming at us. The cops eventually come. One of the neighbors calls the cops.
Wow.
Because this dude's like about to beat us up.
Like bellowing, yelling too. Yeah.
And his girl ain't stopping him. His girl, aggressive, two aggressive black people from the hood. They're not.
Yep.
They're going to be mad.
Yeah.
So the cops come. I'm holding my ground. We're just, all we can do is be like, we don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly don't know. I was so freaked out because I wanted to, they were just like, well, what happened? What happened? And that's like, we were like, dude, we don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like we were just walking and these people just started fucking with us.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm going through all of that. My mom drives up. The second I see her, Crocious.
Yeah.
Like in the middle of telling my story.
You started weeping?
I started weeping, dude, and just went to my mommy.
Yeah. Well,
it's just those moments where nature kicks in, though, where nature kicks in, and like I'm being tough the whole time. And the second I see her, I'm just like, Mommy.
Yeah.
And then my mom goes like, and she just goes, like the cop was like, we're just trying to figure out what happened. And my mom goes, you're scaring him to death. And then just took me in the car, and I never heard about it. I avoided that area of my neighborhood for years after that.
Wow. Interesting.
But I had blubber lip the whole time.
Yep. Yeah.
And then the second I saw my mom, I was just like, oh my God.
Again, one of our segments, when we cried or almost cried.
Yeah. Well, you want to take that into a break?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been fun though.
It has been fun.
You got the good sound effects. You put some time into it. You're in the flow of things. You're not so tense as you were when we first got in.
Yeah.
So it's a
and
good
we'll
thing.
be back after
absolutely.
a word from our sponsor.
Yes.
Oven roasted turkey breast, topped with the classic taste of. Pardon me. Would you have any Grey Poupon?
Well, there were three of us in this
But
marriage.
of course. Introducing Subway's new turkey and ham Dijon. Turkey, ham, and the great taste of Grey Poupon mustard. Now for a limited time on your choice of rolls. At Subway, the place where fresh is the taste.
All right. We took shits. We smoked weed. We're going to talk about got some topics to cover. Well, something happened during the break that we can talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. There was
a man possibly died
in the building.
Man or a woman. I don't know. They looked large. If it was a woman, we had a big gal.
Yeah. It had to
we
be
hit her head on one of these fucking World War II doorways if it was a woman. The world's tallest lady sprained her ankle.
Yeah. Just to let you know, there's a courtyard in Keith's building. Ooh, whoa.
Ooh,
that was a loud. That horn was
yeah.
Down there. Yeah, that's the story is still unfolding. People,
whoever
it hasn't been. There's not a beginning.
So the person they put back there is now turned into a werewolf and overtaken the ambulance.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they've went away.
As we look at Milwaukee County Stadium.
So Crow's smoking weed out the window, and he goes, "The man's here."
Yes, because it was like I could see the cherries, man.
The paddy wagon, throwing out all the '70s fucking scat. Hill Street Blues. We'll be right back.
Yeah, no, I say the man a lot.
It's so great.
It's hilarious.
It's so great.
But yeah, it's
this is Hill Street Blues right here, though.
That would be like they're just going into a bar, a cop bar, and like they're over, their shift's over, and they're in a good mood, Maybe someone got married. I tell you something, Bobby Hill, you're one of the best partners I ever had, because I'm white And you're black.
Look at those Cubs classic fucking.
Yeah, that's Hawk.
Look like they fucking paid a thrift store to make those uniforms.
To me, when I look at those uniforms, that seemed like this real modern uniform because I was like, there was a certain Cubs look.
So we got baseball on. For the only people listening, first of all, what are you doing? Go to keithpazel.com and watch the episode.
Yes.
You can play it in the background. You can do all of it. I make sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
I make sure.
We're watching this week in baseball.
Early April version. I think this is April 1991. Let's see what's going on.
See, this is the Pirates were still a good.
This is like their final leg.
No. 92 was their final leg. 91. They won the division in 90, 91, and 92. But they couldn't get past the Braves. Or the Reds.
Before the Mariners changed their uniforms, they still had those fucking blue boys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those are solid ass fucking uniforms. This is still the era, the king of turf. This is the era of artificial surface.
Absolutely.
People were going from grass to artificial surface.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy that there's only one stadium. Toronto
this
is the last
the way
stadium.
of the future. Green concrete.
Yeah. I remember walking on it. I think I told the story.
Dude, I remember all my aunt's patios. They fucking refurbed all their fucking outdoor patios with AstroTurf. And I remember being like, Chicago Bears fall on this for a living?
I know.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
That turned me off of sports forever.
That was also, I remember I walked on the turf at the
What turned you off of sports? CTE? No, my Uncle Ed's patio.
I walked on the turf at the Metrodome in 1986. And it had a little bit of give in it. There was maybe honestly, it felt like there was maybe an inch of give, So, but still, it was a very hard surface. Guys blew knees all the time.
Yeah.
Turf toe was an authentic. I mean, they still have it now.
That's probably what that fucking giant lady has out there is turf toe.
Yeah, I guess turf toe is terrible. You cannot
it's a lingering
run,
injury.
And
causes you to turn into a werewolf, overtake the ambulance,
and honk the horn
that's so far
loudly.
What happened. I'm trying to get the second half out because we know she's coming back in the building.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're about to be attacked by the largest female werewolf in the history of humanity because she grew. It was already the largest woman in the world.
Is this Glenn Davis?
Whoever. Well,
he was actually.
What, they got Robert Palmer playing in the background? We got the rights to Addicted to Love for this fucking. Nolan Ryan's pitching. We're addicted to love. They alter it in a way.
Wow.
It's Keith Mitchell.
This is Kevin Mitchell.
Kevin Mitchell, of Mets fame.
Yeah. Yep.
He played
Clemens.
Yeah. Roy did Clemens too.
Yeah, this is when he started. Well, changed. The A's being good in the late 80s, they were the first team to really juice up. They were the first, with Canseco and McGuire.
This is also, dude, I feel like this era is like, it was okay to have a fucking garbage empty stadium.
Oh, yeah.
Like they didn't care if they had like an average of 6,000. No one drew in the audience.
They drew much better than when I was a kid. That is the truth.
A boy.
This is the truth. It truly was that way. The A's had a game. A's were my favorite team in 1979. They drew 653 fans for a Major League Baseball game.
Fucking awesome.
That's how bad they were.
How great would it be to go to that game? Though?
I know.
You play tag with your friends.
You get lost.
Let's play baseball. Where?
Yeah.
At the A's game. They let you just start a pickup game in the outfield.
In the outfield, because no one cares.
When the A's play, you could play in the outfield because they never hit the ball there.
So yeah, it
They're
was
that bad.
Yeah. But that was a time. Anyway, I would go off on that. It was getting a little high.
Look at him kissing this little baby here.
Is this
little black baby?
Good square fun.
Just catches a foul ball in the soft spot.
Broke his hand on a pitch from Boston's Greg Harris. The Royals.
Kevin Seitzer.
He rubbed elbow grease on it and returned after the 7th inning stretch.
No, that ruined his season. Seitzer was a good player,
He came back, though. They cut the thumb off. They taped the bat to it. They welded the bat to his hand.
You make it sound like it was like 1912 or something like that.
This was still.
This is not that old.
No,
No,
I'm talking about this was still the toughness era, probably.
Well, I mean, they had to, whatever.
They're playing. All these guys have turf toe. They're all playing. Now they're just so much more cautious.
I think the guys now
look at the fucking
are better. It's Joey Cora. It's Joey Cora.
The White Sox were getting good.
Yeah, absolutely, they were. Yep. But Cora got thrown out there. Is that Joey Cora?
I wonder how much money it is now. Well, that ambulance was out there. I hung my head out and I go, well, this is a human being getting charged $5,000 right now.
Absolutely. That is the argument. If you want to get political, if you want to put the political side.
Well, as long as whoever makes the call too. Like if you call the ambulance, they track down the number and that's who they associate the bill to.
Yeah.
So I remember when we would call an ambulance, they would say, do it anonymously. Like, don't say who called it because then they won't charge us.
Huh.
We'll only get charged for the hospital visit.
Because
if it's an anonymous call, the county or whatever fucking picks it up, whoever the fuck.
That is the argument I think I've told you for building housing for the homeless is because the medical system is overwhelmed by emergency room visits, which are probably
What if one of these junkheads strokes out and we have to call an ambulance?
Yeah. Yep. No. Yeah, exactly. You have to have some housing for them because this is actually costing money in the long run. That's the reason why you should house them. There is a strong economic argument to be made. This is the first game in the new White Sox stadium.
Yeah, it was really just a dog shit ugly stadium. They turned down the White Sox. They had an architect come up to him and was like, "Hey, I want to rebuild like an old style stadium. It looks like it's in a neighborhood."
Yeah.
And they were like, "Nah, we want to do like." They based it off old Kauffman Stadium. Well, kind of cookie cutter blue, the blue seats.
I think the blue seats were Yankee Stadium.
And then the Baltimore Orioles built Camden Yards the next season, or 93, 94.
Yep, it was 92. You're absolutely right.
It was built by the guy. He basically offered the White Sox Camden Yards.
Yeah.
Like, I'll build you a stadium that fits this neighborhood specifically.
That's also a classic, like, bad decision. I feel like Chicago and Illinois,
we're late
they make
to
bad
everything.
decisions,
Yeah.
you know, at different times. Like, they should be riding herd better. What are they wearing?
It's a catch-up city. It really is the second city. Because I read that for a while they were pushing to beat New York for the best city.
Yeah. Maybe,
and then New York dominated them, and Chicago always had a chip on their shoulder ever since then. Of like, well, you're the biggest city. We're the best city in the world.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Yeah,
it
is a great city.
I feel like that started the era of just being like, nah, New York's fine, but we're like smaller. So
look at these
nicer.
jackets, man. Jesus Christ.
All shoulder pads, just shoulder pads and all of them.
Beer was $3. That was $3. Can you imagine if that was, I mean, there we go. Cold beer, $3.
See what they're selling here.
Imported beer. That meant Heineken.
This is a Giants game because it's an egg roll. They sell egg rolls at Giants games.
Wow. Yeah.
It's a Bay Area thing.
Yeah. This is not a.
What if that was an Asian slur?
Yeah.
Got a lot of Bay Areas moving to the neighborhood.
A
lot of tech billionaires moving out here.
Exactly.
That's the shielding. My parents did that.
when they were going to make a racial statement,
you shield. You do the shield.
You listen about this.
You mumble it.
Exactly. I find that funny. I find like, to me, that's like old school ethnic comedy. You know, that's like a Jackie Gleason bit or something, you know, or Honeymooners or, a Phil Silvers show, whatever, like an ethnic joke. That's good. That Saturday Night Live still does that. They do like ethnic jokes.
You know
don't they?
that cold beer is Stroh's. That's Stroh's beer.
God, Stroh's is such a bad beer. I had bad gas on Stroh's.
Hot chocolate, fucking Bobby Hall pouring whiskey in that shit.
Again, imported beer was Heineken for $3.50.
Yeah, Duels.
If I would have been in 1991, I had so little money that I would have been just apoplectic about those prices. Because a case of beer was $6.
A grilled steak sandwich. Now we're looking East Coast here. Grilled chicken sandwich though.
Oh, they got egg roll though too.
Yeah,
but that might be in New York.
Maybe we'll find out.
New York.
Really good. We've tried it and it's excellent.
Excellent. You heard it here first. Hamburgers, cheeseburgers, grilled steak sandwiches, anything you want.
It looks like they just let some asshole named Dan. Like, is that a professional broadcaster?
Yeah, I think that
looks like you. Is that you?
No, I think it's a
legit.
Couple of,
that is when I described you earlier with the ratty mustache. That is kind of what I had.
I've never had a mustache, and I never will have. I will not have a mustache. I find it ridiculous. I will not have one. I'm going to be clean shaven.
A little sweater on your nose.
You know, I had a patch one time on my chin that scarred me. I mean, that people made fun of it so hard that I was like, I got to get rid of this thing. You know, I tried to keep it for a while, but I was totally made fun of.
How old were you?
I was like 21. I had like a patch on my chin. You know, yeah, I know, isn't that hilarious? You know, I did.
Was it solid though, or was it growing scrag? Like,
no, it grew in. It grew in.
Yeah.
But I was like, I can't do facial hair. This is preposterous.
Well, you got to clear that shit with people. You just showed up with it, and they were just like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. Hey, that's when I met my first girlfriend. You know,
Crow didn't hang out with his friends for like 3 weeks.
God, I was made
and then
fun
he
of
came
over
out and
that.
unleashed it. He told people he was sick. I'm really sick, guys. I can't come outside. And then he comes out with with the chin goatee and doesn't say anything.
We were playing basketball.
It's a side effect of the chicken pox. I had chicken pox. It's a side effect.
I was playing a lot of basketball at the time, and I don't know. Yeah, that
wanted to look
that,
like
that was a weak attempt at something kind of hip. I guess
playing a lot of basketball. I wanted to look like Larry Johnson.
I wanted to be. I don't know. I wanted to have kind of a certain look. You know, seriously, it was like that was kind of my ego. The thought process was. I don't know if I told you this. Here's again. It wouldn't be a podcast episode without you bringing up Amanda Ripp.
Oh, here we go.
First girlfriend.
Hold on. Keep telling it.
And and we're talking about that bad facial. That's when I first started dating her. I had that little patch for like a couple months, several months, and so I had that soul patch. Well, I'm talking. I bumped into her best friend, who she was still best friends with, like on a street in Chicago 8 years ago. This is 8 years ago, not that long ago. Bumped into her, and she's like, "Well, you know, Amanda, she's getting married, and all the girls got together, and we talked about her old boyfriend, and we talked about your patch that you used to have on your chin." And I was just like, "Wow, that was a bad move." that was a good. So I've been known to make a goofy move. Well, I don't know. Just be what you are.
Man, look how everyone feathered their hair. We got male perms, feathered hair.
Although, you know something? That was not a hip hairstyle back then. That was a square style.
Contest of speed.
You know?
Auto racing.
Auto racing with Days of Thunder just around the corner.
Just red.
And having interest outside
Mike Greenwell. God, he was. I saw him at a 3-run homer against the. Okay, 1988. The A's won the first 2 games of the American League Championship Series in Boston, 2-0. My father, flies
that's like
me
the
out.
car that Bobby Brady fucking crashed in the fucking Brady Bunch movie.
My father and I. My father flew my brother and I out there to watch the A's play the Red Sox, and Greenwell came up in the top of the second inning off Bob Welch and hit a 3-run homer to put him up 3-0. And I'm like, I flew all the way over here to see the A's clinch, and this asshole hits a 3-run home. I was really pissed off.
Apoplectic. You were apoplectic.
I was literally grinding my teeth like, this is, and then the A's hit 4 home runs that game and won 11-5. It was great. They totally came back and crushed them. And I saw them win. They swept the Red Sox, who were an absolute nemesis. As a kid growing up, the Red Sox, the Yankees, and the Orioles used to shit on the A's for years. The A's would do that East Coast trip and go 1-8 every single time. And I never saw them win in Baltimore. I had to go there for 3 straight fucking years before they won 1 fucking baseball game. You got to win 1. When they won a game, when I first saw the A's win a baseball game, like seeing them actually live, it was like, holy shit. They just won a game.
But didn't that feel good?
Oh, it felt amazing.
You almost miss it.
It
we
was
had a little
amazing.
A action right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Reggie,
look at that hair fucking tailing out the back of that hat.
Yeah.
He's got his steroid needle hidden in that boy right there.
Yeah, that's McGuire. Yep, no doubt
Look at
about
that
it. It's young
shit.
McGuire. Talking to Reggie.
Look at him being like, I don't know, man. I think they're going to find that syringe in your fucking tail back there. And he's like, don't worry, man. It's hairsprayed. It's held up in the hairspray. Rafael Palmeiro is going to inject it into my anus during the fucking halftime or whatever. It's not called halftime. Whatever it's called.
It is, with what it was is Reggie Jackson was hired on to be a consultant to specifically work with McGuire and Canseco. Like he was basically trying to help their egos.
My guy Lou Piniella made the Cubs good.
Making them a star was basically the reason why Reggie Jackson was a consultant and a coach for the A's back then, because they knew Canseco and McGuire were like great players and they wanted to make them great. You know, so they
again
Joe Sambito. God, he was still playing. He was still playing.
That sounds like the mob fucking owner of a baseball team.
No, Joe Sambito.
Joe Sambito owned the Cincinnati Reds.
He played for the.
I was the big
Astros.
red machine.
Look at Young Clemens.
Players like Roger Clemens.
Oh yeah, look at him. Looks like he's about to fucking take a picture with his prom date.
Somewhat with young prospects. But
God, baseball is so dry.
Yeah.
Look at these executives.
Yeah, I know.
Jesus Christ, these look like these are guys that are about to sit outside on the porch with my fucking uncle.
Yeah, it's a square league in certain ways, but it is a league nonetheless. I mean, they've
this guy right here has a lamp in his house that the base is a golf bag, and he runs baseball.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, at least that's a step up from it being a helmet of an NFL team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a little more class.
Or a
than
phone
that,
helmet.
You know? Yeah.
Remember the phone helmet?
Absolutely. God. Oh man. Yeah. So this was Joe Sambito was a relief pitcher for the Houston Astros.
Yeah,
but I think he also
in the
pitched for
witness protection
Cardinals.
program.
But I thought he had retired by this time. This is 91.
He looks retired.
I thought he was. Yeah, I think he might be in. What are they talking about?
As far as in the big leagues and things, he can really
Spring
relate
training,
to
Daddy.
the problems that we have, and as an agent, he offers not only advice contractually with our.
Sambito's their agent.
When we have problems, we can always call Joe. And he
Oh, interesting.
Fucking A.
With anybody else, especially Joe.
Joe Sambito, I crack skulls and make stars.
Yeah. Sambito's an agent. He became an agent.
110%.
Well, Crow, look at this fucking.
The problems and things just identify.
Wow, I didn't realize he was an agent.
That is an agent. That Jerry Maguire was based on this guy.
No, he was based on what's his face, that kind of power agent. What's his name? He's an LA guy.
Drew Rosenhaus?
No, not Drew Rosenhaus. He's a guy who represented Troy Aikman. He's had a lot of guys. Steve Bartkowski was the first guy represented. What was the guy's name again? A very wealthy guy. What was his name?
You want to ask Google?
God, I should know who
hey,
he is.
Google, who is Jerry Maguire based on?
Agent Lee Steinberg.
Lee Steinberg, yes.
Summary from the website
Yeah, I knew it was Lee Steinberg. I couldn't think of his name. That bums me out. That's the THC. I'm getting tired. I can tell.
Lee Steinberg.
Yeah, but he's I think he's represented all these first round picks in the NFL. I mean, a bunch of first round picks. You know, and also like baseball. I mean, all sports. He's a true power agent, and that's who McGuire's based on.
Think he voted for Trump? You think he voted for Trump?
No, actually, no. He's actually very much an activist.
Actually, he's gay and trans.
No, he's.
His name was Lisa Steinberg.
No, he's very much a socially conscious kind of guy. Actually,
yeah,
very much involved in a lot of foundations.
Hey, look, we all know the money's on the left,
you know?
right? Hey,
but he's. I think he was student body president of Berkeley.
Listen, Joe. I'm not saying you can't strangle hookers. Just don't do it in public.
So what it was is you never had an agent when you were an athlete. Like in the 60s and 50s, you just didn't have an agent. You had to negotiate your contract.
Bill Murray doesn't have an agent.
So what Lee Steinberg did, he was the class president of Berkeley, and Steve Bartkowski was a quarterback for Cal Berkeley. He was the number one pick in the 75 draft, and he just went to Lee Steinberg and
the
said,
Mitchell Trubisky of his time.
And Lee Steinberg had just graduated from law school and said, "Do you want to be my agent?" And it was like, sure. And he negotiated the contract, and that was a real like change and a shift in sort of and these owners were like, who the hell are these scumbag agents? It was a totally new. It was like a seismic shift in how the way athletics worked. You know, the entertainment side of it. You know, and it really accelerated in the 90s.
Yeah,
but obviously it was around in the 80s too. But really, and now it's just this machine.
Well, speaking of entertainment,
yeah.
We got one this big this week in TV history.
Sure. Like. Oh, yeah. Let's go through it.
We got the anniversary of The Incredible Hulk, the TV show The Incredible Hulk. This is, I feel like, the show that made me what they call an old soul. This led to MASH. Fucking.
I know. I'm
then
impressed.
MASH led to me liking Wings, even though Wings was of my era. But I was like, oh, this is like 90s MASH. Just a show that's on at fucking at 2 a.m.
I used to watch MASH. I watch MASH all the time.
But The Incredible Hulk holds dear into my heart because when I was a latchkey kid, I would come home.
Joe Morgan's dead now.
Between 3 and 3:30, usually after, and Hulk came on at 3.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman was on at 2.
Oh yeah.
On the Sci-Fi Channel. And I wouldn't always see Wonder Woman. It's not that I hated it. I just never saw it all the time. I would catch the end of Wonder Woman and I would get excited because I'd be like, oh, I'm going to see the beginning of Hulk.
Yeah.
I would never see him get to town.
Yeah.
I would always get off the bus, run home, take my shit off at the door, very cliche like, pop on the TV, and he would be like,
in his first transformation.
If I was lucky,
there were always 2 transformations.
If I was lucky, he would already have a job. You know how he'd get a job?
I know, because he was a vagrant. He would just come into town like a hobo.
Look at that guy's eyes. Is that fucking Stephen Miller or whatever the fuck?
Yeah, it's John Miller, baseball announcer. I think he's still alive. Oh, he might have just died too, actually. Both he and Morgan might both be dead.
Well, they're doing that for real. Yeah, he's making that face because he's fucking...
Because we're talking about The Incredible Hulk. So yeah, it debuted in 78. So yeah, it would have been, it was early 78. I mean, because I remember being, obviously, Keith, as you know, I am a child of the 70s. I would have been I was 8 years old when the show debuted, an old 8 years old. And it was on Friday nights on CBS. It was The Incredible Hulk, Dukes of Hazzard, and Dallas, which I'm sure I've mentioned in the show before. But that was a powerhouse Friday night lineup. And I remember going to when it was my father's weekends. We would go to the farm that he lived on, and we would watch CBS Friday night television. So I associate with my father's weekends, you know. Is he fighting a Viking in this one?
This is Thor. This is not. I'm just putting this on in the background to give context to it.
Amazing.
So I love this shit. I love the intro. They would have the. It was like a piano. David Banner. They don't call him Bruce. That was the one thing I didn't know when I started reading the comics. I'm just like, wait, his name is Bruce.
Yeah,
like he's David Banner in the show.
Yeah.
But they got the talk down. They explain it very, very simply in the show. But I loved it. So when I get home from school, he'd usually phase one of the Hulk. Yep. He turns into the Hulk the first time, and nobody sees him. He's like Bigfoot. He's off in the background, and he always develops a romantic relationship immediately.
Yep.
And that reporter's always following him.
Exactly. Absolutely. Yeah. No, this was at one time. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, the clothes rip-off. This is great.
And Lou Ferrigno.
So usually around 3:45, he would publicly turn into the Hulk.
Also, if this actually was happening, you would run away. That would be my response. I would have been 4 blocks away if some guy actually did this. Is this one of those, like, they had like a made-for-TV movie from '88? This might be a later one. Wow. Bixby might have cancer here. When he died of cancer, that was a big deal to me. Bill Bixby was, I remember.
Didn't he have the show where he had a kid first, though?
Oh, yeah. Courtship of Eddie's Father. You know, yeah. But then this was, Ferrigno was almost equal to Schwarzenegger. Isn't that crazy? But Schwarzenegger knew he had him. He was better than him. He was smarter than him. Yeah. You know, and
but I remember
there was a fight sequence we just missed, man. Damn. I was getting excited about that. I wanted to see how he fucked things up. I love that you called it a sequence. You know, this whole I was into this. Like, look at this is so goofy.
You know what's funny is they didn't have the sound effects, so he was coming at him, but like
snorting.
But he was deaf, so he was like, oh.
And then he has to get in that makeup. I remember he did Oprah. Lou Ferrigno did Oprah. They had a little segment.
As the Hulk?
No, but it was him, like what he's doing now.
What if he would transform into him as?
He is he's not an LA County cop. He's like, what's it, Ventura County? He's a Ventura County cop.
Lou Ferrigno's dad in Pumping Iron. Have you ever seen the movie Pumping Iron?
Yes, absolutely.
I think his dad might be a pedophile.
Yeah, well, I think he had
He's
a rough
very pedophile-ish. Well, because his dad's always like wouldn't leave him alone about it. You got to show him. You got to show him your manhood, Lou. You go in there. I watch you, Lou. I watch you when you sleep,
Thor
Lou.
just hit him. Oh, look at that. It stymied him.
I like the idea that Lou Ferrigno's dad hypes him up and then lets secrets out. Like he would just be like, "You're the best, Lou. You go up on stage and you show him everything, Lou. Look at your curves, Lou. They can't handle you, Lou. I watch you while you sleep, Lou."
Such a bizarre movie. When they go to prison and they have like a pose off in prison, it's like this is a very homoerotic kind of. It was odd.
Oh yeah, and all the prisoners are just like,
"Yeah, damn." You know, like,
am I free?
Yeah. No, here he is. Out? Look at is this still Ferrigno?
I let 2 prisoners sit on my arms.
I don't know if that's Ferrigno, actually.
I don't think it is.
I think it's someone different, you know, because they did a lot with his head and his brow. Did this come out this was like what, in 88?
I have no fucking idea.
Because this actually wasn't.
It's Finnish. It's like it's a deleted. I don't know.
Wow. Sal. Let me tell you something, Sal. I was watching old television.
But dude, if I was lucky, I got to see first Transformation.
Yeah.
And then I would stick around. And then the $6 Million Man was on after, and I had no time for that. I was not into the $6 Million Man.
That is a generation delineation between us, because every alt comic in the 90s had to have
this. I was into. This is the Incredible Hulk cartoon.
You know.
This was the 90s.
Had to have a $6 Million Man joke, you know.
Didn't the doll you could look through his eye? Like, wasn't the $6 Million Man action figure a big popular item?
I had one. I had one when I was 7 years old. That and a G.I. Joe. And then the Adventure People. But I'll never forget. I got a story about this. You want to hear the heartbreak story with this?
Yeah, I'm gonna put on fucking Youngbloods while we fucking put this on.
So I had a GI Joe and I also had a $6 Million Man, and the GI Joe, the arm fell off, and I went to my grandfather, and my cousin and my brother were up in this cliff that was next to my grandparents' house, up on this cliff. And they had my $6 Million Man, and I had my GI Joe.
They had it hostage.
They had taken. I don't know what they had it. So it had a broken arm. So I went to my grandfather and said, "Grandpa, can you fix this? Can you fix the GI Joe?" And he put the arm in, and I was all excited, and I was like, "Hey, Jay and Adrian." I was probably 7 years old. By 7 years old, they were 12. I was like, "Yeah, hey, Grandpa, fix GI Joe." And as I said, they threw the $6 Million Man doll, and it exploded into like 15 pieces right in front of me.
Oh,
that's what they did to me.
Did you get the lip?
I got. I wept. That's what happened.
Oh man!
And they were like laughing hysterically laugh like hyenas, so like jackals.
For people watching right now, we're changing over. We have Crocious told me to download the movie Youngblood. This is 86. Rob Lowe. He plays a hockey player. He's breaking into he's a farm boy.
Yes, from upstate New York.
That is breaking into the brutal world of hockey.
Yeah, he's going to play juniors up in Canada. God, this fucking music. I mean, I remember this being like I was a junior in high school when this movie came out, and I remember friends of mine, I was in Wisconsin, and they played hockey, obviously, and they were just talking about how Youngblood was like not a realistic movie, and the skating was too weak. This Rob Lowe was almost on par with Tom Cruise at this point. Like they were definitely grooming the two of them, but Cruise broke through. His big breakthrough was Top Gun, but obviously his sort of foot in the door, really with consciousness, was risky business, but at once Cynthia Gibb is the love interest.
You could tell right away they're just like, it's about hockey, but don't lean into it.
Yeah,
really, it's just about three good-looking dudes who fucking get out there and they really just crush more ass than puck.
Well, that's all part of the game. I want to watch one of the early sequences where he goes to Canada. Well, let's watch this a little more, but he goes to Canada. I want to set it up. And it's he's on the juniors team. He's new. He's young, and they pound the word young. Like this guy's really young. They pound it so hard. They lean into that concept. He's just such a young for like 15 minutes. The first 15 minutes.
Talk about what a baby ass he is.
Yeah, one of the hazing things.
This guy's as smooth as the backside of the moon.
One of the things they do when they haze him is they shave his pubic hair off. That's a hazing scene, and they're like, "This isn't going to take long," because he's barely haired over. It's
That's like hilarious,
and they just it's so ham-handed, right? I mean, yeah, we get it. He's young. We know he's young. And they take a straight razor, and you see it going down to his man parts.
He's a young blood.
Yeah, absolutely. Peter Zezel from the Philadelphia Flyers actually was skating, and he did the skating scenes here, these kind of far away shots.
Did he have?
Peter Zezel played for the 85 and 87 Flyers who made it to the
John Peters, of course. John Peters made the movie Wild Wild West.
Oh, wow. yeah, this was, Swayze's in this. This has got a cast.
Oh yeah,
Keanu Reeves I think this is one of his first movies.
My question is what sports movie was successful that came out that they were trying to copy with this?
It's funny you mentioned
Which was
that.
This like it's all the right moves, but with hockey.
It's a bit of that. God, what else was it too? Because I was thinking that same thing, and it's got. I don't know. I was thinking that. I couldn't. I can't.
Is that his brother or his dad?
Yeah, it's his brother. They're in upstate New York. Yep, that's his.
Let me just get the vibe right now. His brother is into farming.
Yeah, exactly.
Rob Lowe is not into farming.
He's a kid. He's a talent,
His dad isn't into farming, but is just like, you can't have dreams, son.
Yeah.
So you got to be like your brother and be into farming.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm going to be curious. Oh, are they going to be supportive? You got to get the hell out of here.
Is that Bronson?
Okay? No, although I'm sure he went to a lot of auditions that Bronson went to and didn't get him.
There's too much work that needs to be done here.
Dad, I can't wait anymore. I got to play junior if I'm ever going to play pro.
So it's also part Star Wars. It's like it's
he's
Skywalker. They tapped into that a little bit.
Maybe we could get a try.
Look at that little tiny glass of orange juice.
Oh, I remember seeing those. Yep.
They just laid every farm boy thing on the table.
Mrs. Butterworth's is there.
Instant milk, fucking little tiny glasses. They got a fucking rooster, a little ceramic rooster.
I don't even know his brother.
Did he just have a stroke? Look at how he droops down. Look at his face droops. Just like, well, Dad, a hockey career is 10 to 15 years if successful.
Man, just a smart ass kid.
Here's what my thing would be like. If me leaving is like the end of this farm, how good of shape is this farm?
Oh, yeah. It's barely holding on. Family farms have died off. They have died off, man.
Yeah.
When the Department...
Look at that fucking GTO.
I have a factor. When the Department of Agriculture first came into existence in 1930, it's part of the New Deal and stuff. And when it came into existence, there were 7 million family farms in the country. There are less than 1 million family farms now. I mean, it is whittled down dramatically. So the nature of the organization and the bureaucracy.
And the only farms that are left are only profitable because they're used as the settings for CW teen dramas.
No, actually, this country has very successful farmers, very competitive farmers. We grow a lot of.
Looks like the Cow Palace.
Hamilton, yeah. This is actually filmed in Hamilton, which Hamilton is a tough
they got
Canadian
the
town.
Tiger Cats, I think.
Exactly, the CFL team. Hamilton is it is a tough town.
It's outside of Ontario or outside of Toronto.
Exactly,
it's by Toronto.
But it's
they got a little Chicago fucking ass. They're like they're upset about Toronto because Toronto is Canada's New York.
Oh, absolutely. Toronto's hip. Toronto's a hip city. I like it a lot. That city and Chicago are the best Great Lakes cities. Cleveland, Milwaukee, Detroit, Buffalo, they're all pretty bad. Chicago and Toronto are the best Great Lakes cities.
I've never been. Before I moved to LA, I just lacked so much travel. When I started doing stand-up, that was like, I'd never been to Rockford before. Like really dumb places. I remember we used to drive like 2-3 miles away from my house.
Does this guy have a foggy eye? I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm listening.
Everyone in this movie stroked out.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
it looks like
don't worry about the old man.
It looks like a fucking, if you took the kid from The Sixth Sense, Haley Joel Osment, and fucking
mashed him
and
up.
just 80'd him up. This is what he looks like. I see.
Don't let that old man get you down.
Listen, man, I'll tell you what, I see fucking dead people, and that's all I'm saying, man.
I want to hear this pep talk.
They'll never catch me. Well, they'll catch you.
He's giving him some advice, man.
Rob Lowe looks 36 years old.
Right here?
Yeah.
He's a kid here. He was being, this guy, veteran character actor's the coach. Because he's got to go, it's a tough, rough and tumble game, man. There you go.
We're only looking for one player.
What are they, Russian? Jesus Christ.
They're also like slow. It's pretty slow what they do. It just to capture them.
Oh, it's just rudimentary.
Yeah. They're not like
Slapshot. This is not.
Yeah.
When did Slapshot come out?
77.
So this is probably them like, let's do Slapshot with Rob Lowe.
No, there's not the comedy. I mean, they make it. It's a sports. It's like all the right moves. It is a sports based kind of coming of age sort
except
of film,
without Leah Thompson's tits.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it lacks.
Cynthia Gibb is the love interest, so it's a different. There you go. Yeah, this guy's kind of a cheap player. Hey, I like it. He just boarded him up there. So now Youngblood's got to come out, and he gets humiliated in a fight. I think and this guy's like an old grizzled prick veteran who has it in for him. This guy.
This is junior hockey. This looks like fucking just rent a rink.
Oh yeah, exactly. This is like no Czech league in Skokie. You know what I mean? This is not. Yeah, I mean they're not moving very fast.
Oh look, the youngin scored. Look, he's fucking turning eyes.
Hey.
Hold on, let me put my murderer glasses down and fucking read this kid's name.
She's a natural. Yeah, this is Peter Zezel that does the skating.
Stanton Flyers. 125.
You think he's still telling people? You ever see the 86 movie Youngblood?
He's dead.
How?
I think he had some drug or alcohol problems too. My CJ Sullivan said one of the funniest things he's ever said, just in the past month to me. He said, if you were like going to Flyer games in the 80s, if a girl wore a Peter Zezel jersey, she had an abortion. Like that was basically
That's hilarious.
Because she was such a it was a very loose woman. Because Peter Zezel was, women like that rugged kind of dumb guy.
When does this Outsiders, Swayze?
Oh yeah, this post Outsiders is 83. But both of them weren't Outsiders. Rob Lowe and Swayze. I mean, they're still on that Outsiders magic here.
Look at that hair, though.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, this is a good scene though, because he gets.
Look at that hair.
Yeah, it's Swayze. By the way, literally here is like 29 or 30 years old.
Is that Jeff Bridges?
No, I don't even. Some of these character actors you don't even see, but then you see. Oh, it's Keanu Reeves, like a major star. You know, he gets introduced in the next couple scenes. I think.
That looks like he is wearing a car seat on his head.
I know. I think my hairstyle looks like that guy on the left's now.
Make it look like the bucket seat of an IROC Z.
Oh, man. That was a fucking sports car, boy. The 280Z. Fuck yeah, man. A bucket seat. That was a cool early 80s sports car. My brother used to talk about that car. He had a Cutlass Supreme.
My friend David
73 Cutlass Supreme.
One of my buddies
cool
as a kid, David, had a banana yellow fucking IROC Z Camaro, and we thought he was the fucking man.
Like the coolest
He's a nice
dude.
guy now, but
yeah, how absurd! It's hilarious. Here we go.
Welcome to the juniors, kid.
There you go. He knows he's gonna stand up. You see, he's got a gash over his.
Dude, my dad had entire VHS tapes of nothing but hockey fights.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that what a lot of this movie is? Is them just fucking brawling on the ice and shit?
That's an undercurrent, but it's him like coming in. See, Swayze is one of the players on the team that he's the star of the team, and he likes him. He's a center, and this guy's a wing, and they make a good combination, you know. But they got to figure each other out through the course of the movie as it unfolds. And the coach's daughter is Cynthia Gibb, who's the love interest. So Rob Lowe is like fucking the coach's daughter, man. You know, like it's like, and then that's kind of a dark thing going on, you know. But he's got to prove himself here, so he's got to fight him. So he has to drop gloves, otherwise you're a pussy.
That fucking Kurt Russell, Jesus Christ.
Here we go. There we go. Rob Lowe just got
He's out of here.
humiliated, but he's fast.
Let's go slit his throat with our skates.
Yeah, I mean, hockey. It is a certain level of Cro-Magnon plays hockey.
Well, I love the fucking homoeroticness of like the initiations of sports of just like let's go stick our hockey stick up rookie's ass.
Well, exactly. They shave off his fucking shortly grown. You know, this is like Swayze showing his body off. You know,
that is not the body of a hockey player.
Yeah,
hockey players have scars on their fucking body. And shit like that.
He weighs like 152 pounds right there. You know what I mean? Like he's small.
Hockey players look like fucking sword dummies. The dummies that you practice with katanas on and shit.
Here's what he gets exposed to this. They're a horrible team doctor because they're poor, you know.
Put some fucking glue in it.
Here's what you do. You get a little bit of this is
all right. I'm gonna staple your fucking eyes shut.
There he is. Okay, that's like, every mother had that in the 70s and the 80s.
The hook?
Yeah. But they had that little tomato thing, the needle sharpener.
Pretty good, eh? Yeah, we got a team doctor, but he can't tie his shoelaces. You know, a player gets cut, he takes 30 minutes to close him up. So for that time, the guy's lost 15 minutes of the game.
Is he playing with them?
Anyway, Murray bought me this kit and told me to learn. You know, the first month he stood beside me with a stopwatch.
Is he tough enough? You know? Yeah. See, he's telling him like he's this hack doctor. It's just this is supposed to be kind of a moment of levity, I think. You know, but poorly executed. Not very good acting.
Oh, yeah, I'm on a Novocaine.
One of the guys that's laughing. You'll see who it is. You'll see who it is soon enough.
Okay.
There we go, baby. Got a real shitty soundtrack. I bought it on a tape cassette.
So officially, you could sue him if he's not a doctor. That's how my parents would look at it.
Well, this is Canada, man. This is that socialized medicine model. This is what would happen if you had socialized medicine. Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. You're a clown. So,
what are you yelling at Canadians? Jesus Christ!
No, Canadians are correct.
Is that Craig T. Nelson?
No, that's that veteran character.
He just died. This really is all the right moves.
Yeah, oh yeah, without a doubt.
They got every lookalike. That's Tom Cruise, except for that's Rob Lowe. He could be a Tom Cruise.
I'm sure that's how it was pitched.
Who was the foil in all the right moves? Who was the Swayze and the fucking dickhead guy?
Chris Penn. Chris Penn was the friend
when he didn't have a pot belly.
Yeah, exactly.
Pot belly Chris Penn.
He could play an athlete. You know, he could actually move around a little bit.
Always on the O line though. He plays O lineman.
He was a middle linebacker.
Wasn't he in all the right moves?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly.
Or no, Footloose. He was in Footloose.
Oh yeah,
he?
absolutely.
He's the one who never dances until the end.
Yeah, exactly.
Then he does a little shuffle, and they're like, "Yeah!"
And then he dies of a drug overdose because he can't control. Oh, no, that's how he's been dead for 15 years.
I thought he
now.
died of a heart attack.
I think it was drug and alcohol related. Very much drug. I think he had lived a very unhealthy life and was
Dude, I got to tell you something right now. This scene right now was a real fear of mine going into high school. Like, I remember being like, I don't want to shower. Like, I don't want to be around this.
That was a big cultural adjustment. When I went from junior high school in Virginia, going to Wisconsin, it was like this weird Germanic, you will all take a shower. You will go into the shower and clean yourself. You are now, and and I remember like, and I did not, I was all undeveloped. I was boy-like.
I was so scared about it.
I didn't like it.
And then I remember I finally got to school and was like, I got to gym class and I was like, oh, we have to shower. And then I looked at the showers. They hadn't been used since 1972. Like the showers were just rusted closed.
That's hilarious.
Like they were like, oh no, we don't, we could go to jail for rape if we let you shower.
Yeah. No, I remember like there was, see, this is a scene where this is like, oh God,
look at that fucking dong.
So here's the love interest.
You know, I never went full bare jock. I always wore underwear under my jock strap.
Yeah. I actually, you see, here he is. Like,
Nice.
She's the love interest. She's the coach's daughter. Look at that hair. God, oh my God. She was like, her and Phoebe Cates went to a few auditions together. You know?
Oh yeah.
You know, they
they probably asked River Phoenix to do this.
No, River Phoenix was too young. He would have been 12 years old.
He could do it. He's just like,
he was 86. This was Stand By Me. Stand By Me, 86.
Yeah, that was when he didn't even look like old River Phoenix.
Yeah, exactly.
Jerry O'Connell does not look like Jerry O'Connell now.
It's bizarre. Here we go. Rob Lowe's. I remember so many high school girls. I mean, girls my age, like when they were in high school, Rob Lowe, they diddled when they. Rob Lowe was in the band.
She gonna do the lower lip bite?
You know. That music.
Oh my God. He's nicknaming himself. I'm out.
Well, that's his name.
His last name is Youngblood.
Like Jack Youngblood, you know.
Oh.
I know. There's certain Johnny Utah-ish elements in this too, you know. It's got certain.
Jesus Christ. What a Swayze entrance.
Yeah, absolutely.
They look like they're about to beat him to death.
They're just going, beat it. No one wants to be defeated. Hilarious. Show him. Yeah. This was because obviously you can tell what's going to happen. The hazing is about to happen. You can tell, right? You see,
suck his dick.
Yeah, they had more tape would be.
The doctor is here. Scalpel.
Yeah.
I would just be like, you have a dick strap on your face.
Go for it.
Jesus Christ, did your brother do shit like this to you?
No.
Hold him still, boys. We don't want another Victor Gunderson incident now, do we?
Poor Victoria. And he had so much potential.
Oh, looky. This shouldn't take long at all.
He's young.
I still would be like, yo, dude, you're wearing a jock strap on your face.
Now you'd be like a porn star. Yeah, that's hip when you shave it, right?
So they shaved his pubes off?
Yeah, exactly. See, I know this is also a good scene because
he's just like, why are you jerking me off too?
As a junior,
is this
a happy ending? I don't know. I wish it was a woman. I don't, Yeah, but the whole, you see, as a junior player, he has to stay like with a house mother at a house.
Oh yeah, they have house families.
Yeah, that he has to stay with. This is exposing the inner workings of the hockey world. And this is the cougar. You'll like this.
She's just like, oh, dude, did they stick the hockey stick in your ass today?
No, you'll see. Look at what she's wearing, man.
Sometimes I don't know whether I'm running a boarding house or a hospital. More of Mr. Fraser's embroidery. What's your name, honey?
Did he touch your butt?
This is because she's.
And then I'll show you the.
She's a cougar.
I'll give you some lotion for your pubes.
There wasn't a term for this, but it was like, I remember being like, whoa, this would be kind of cool, man.
She was just a hot older lady.
Yeah.
Does Rob Lowe fucking... Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It is not subtle. You'll see what happens.
Dude, you're not expecting that.
Yeah, it's hilarious, dude. It's hilarious.
So from the neck up, that is fucking that is fucking June Cleaver.
Yeah, exactly. It's hilarious because this is part of her thing. This is what she does with hockey
Second
players.
most important room in the house, the kitchen. Oh, by the way, I'm Miss McGill.
Jesus Christ. That's insane.
Yeah, well, you'll see.
What an 80s thing. So she bangs dudes.
Yes. And you'll see what she does.
Yeah.
What she does, she brings tea in, and that's the code word for we're going to have sex.
Are you holding a dildo?
Why does he
What
have
is he
cowboy
holding?
boots?
Is he holding a fucking salami in his hands?
I don't know what was going on. Yeah, I don't know what was happening. That was a look. What he's wearing right there.
Outside of the hockey, nothing about this movie screams hockey. They should have a jersey hanging up at some point.
I thought you might like a nice cup of tea. I do like all my boys to be comfortable. Yeah?
Good for the manhood.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, you're settling in.
I love how she's coming in to seduce him with longer shorts than she did just walking up the stairs.
Wait till she...
It's penny royalty. It kills fetuses. I'm bone dry.
Oh, man. That was...
No protection, Johnny.
Here's how she sets him up.
What the fuck?
Dean, I've been boarding hockey players in this house for over 10 years.
Boarding, huh?
Yeah, for 10 years.
These are some of my boys. Fred.
Are they going to have nudies on the back?
No, these are all like guys that she had sex with.
So she's going to say
she has her
like,
hockey pick, like,
yeah, my pussy's magic.
Yeah.
You bang me, you'll be Gretzky.
You see,
Shot from the point, averaged only about 10 goals a year, but boy, he remembered every single one of them.
All those people, they found the winning way and my clitoris.
Look at it.
You say he has an attitude problem?
Those are saggy, unbroad 80s boobs.
Hey, man, at my age, I think she's
Oh, so he goes right into it. They don't even be coy with it.
Yeah.
They go right into it.
Yeah. Leaving the door open?
How proper, too. She's going, ooh,
Yes.
Oh,
she's
look at the
having
Ruffles
Kings-
product placement.
Yeah, that's Keanu on the bottom. That's Keanu Reeves, you know.
They definitely couldn't go all the right moves because they didn't show the nudity.
Yeah.
He's just like, I got raped by an old lady today.
There he is. I'm sure Reeves auditioned for this, but like, you know.
Yeah. You want to skip ahead a little bit?
Well, here's, they get him drunk. You see, they get him drunk. And then
See, that's the thing. You think living on a farm, this guy would know his way around a fucking bottle of grandpa's old fucking cough medicine.
Yep. They start doing shots of tequila. Yeah, you can go ahead, man. It's cool. It's all good. You can call it, but there's, hey, look at me. He has a bad French Canadian. I want to, I tell you what.
What?
I want to hear Keanu. Can we go back to that scene? I want to hear Keanu Reeves' bad French Canadian accent, like him trying to act. I think it'll be funny. Can we go back a little bit further. But we gotta go back further. When they first get the booze. Keep going back. Jesus. Sorry, dude.
Around of tequila.
Keep going. I want to hear his accent. Right here. No,
All this for Keanu Reeves.
I want to hear what his accent.
You wouldn't see his band. Why do you care now?
You're darn right I wouldn't. See, there he is on the bottom there.
She do it to me last year. She do it to me last night, huh?
It was him doing his French Canadian accent.
Look at him eyeball those potato.
We heard it together.
Look at him eyeball the potato chips.
Last year. She do it to me last night, huh?
He looks. What is he looking at?
But they're like French. Is he looking at his cock?
Looking at his dong, dude.
Yeah, maybe.
Can I smell it?
But they're bad French Canadian banter. Like that was a moment of comedy. Oh, he can do that. This is the The Boston Bruins versus the Detroit Red Wings. You see,
except for they couldn't get the fucking logos.
Yeah, he gets Swayze. You see that was the guy who punched Lowe out. He hooked up with a different team, and he's a hatchet guy. You know, he's like hatchet league hockey, and he goes after Swayze, and he actually puts him in the hospital.
Yeah,
and I think he renders him a quad. Actually, I think. I don't know if that happened, but I know his head.
What was that dude's name who played for Boston University that got fucking boarded into the fucking?
Oh, I can't think who it was.
He just died recently.
Dude, you know what I heard? Have I told you this rumor? This is a big one. You heard it first. Here it is. Yeah, and he lands on his head. But when this scene's over, it's a big story that I heard. Inside information. He slew foot him. Right here. It's after Youngblood scored a goal.
Oh.
Boom. So this is...
What a good part I stopped at.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's moving his legs.
This is always the bad scene when it's quiet and you hear like the organ. So he has a severe head injury.
Come on. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
He's retarded.
This is Logan's run now? Oh, look at that blood.
Yeah, I know. It sounds like the Running Man.
What's happening now?
Turning into a Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah, it's, you know.
The blood on his hands is merely an analogy to
Are they
the
filming
chaos
this
of life.
in the summer? Because it's like all the steam. Oh, yeah, there is. Yeah, that's a love interest. Yep. That look, by the way, she was cute. She was cute. I would have been into her.
Yeah, that's their Leah Thompson.
I would have had a crush, you see.
They just get Corky from Life Goes On to play him now.
See? This is a moment of acting.
That's the classic. I'm injured. I'm thirsty. Give me some water.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can't be like, hey, like singing Ethel Merman songs, you know.
I'm fucking thirsty.
You know, it is but okay, so I got a friend, very good friend of mine, who actually plays in a no-check league in Skokie that a trainer for the Blackhawks plays in. And he's been playing in this league for 15 years. He and his brother, they're like known. There's like 8 to 10 teams that always play. So he has all these stories and he gets all this inside information on the Blackhawks. Like he knew when Patrick Kane was charged with rape, it was going to be dropped like a couple weeks before it actually happened because they had the woman on tape. They had a voicemail message of her saying, I got him. Like they tried to portray it like she was setting him up. They had that. And then the case fell apart and nothing. Patrick Kane dodged a bullet with that.
Yeah. He punched out a cabbie.
He had a trail of shit behind him.
He was snorting so much cocaine.
Oh, and it was such a drunk.
I knew a guy. Yeah. This is so Midwest. I knew a guy who knew his coke dealer.
Yeah. He said, well, yeah, that's like this story. So my buddy was telling me that the trainer was telling me, Taves hasn't played all year.
He's got like leukemia or something like that.
He's got ALS. He's got ALS.
He's got ALS.
They say he's got ALS, and he actually tried committing suicide. Like in November or December, and they're keeping it totally under wraps. That's the rumor, you know.
Oh, well, this is going on YouTube.
I know, yeah. So that is the rumor, and I mean, I can't. I'm not going to mention any names, but it was just. But he's been right before on previous stuff with me. Like he gets a lot of inside information. I don't know if it's a trainer. It is a connection of the trainer, but it's through. I shouldn't mention that, but it's through that relationship that's supposedly. And I'm like, are they going to make an announcement? I mean, maybe it's wrong. I hope it's wrong. I hope it's total bullshit. I hope it's a lie, like stealing the election. But I think it
he
might
put
be
out
true.
a statement, and almost the way Taves said it or worded it, or the way he typed it through his Stephen Hawking machine now, is that.
I played the game.
Is that he might come back?
years.
He's just saying, I'm not going to return until I'm healthy. He was just like, I've been weak. But I knew that's like, I was like leukemia, but ALS fucking.
Yeah. That he's had so many
concussion problems.
He's had so many bad concussions that it's actually related. I think it's ALS is related to that. His style of play is so physical and so demanding. He had a couple of times he got boarded, I guess, where he got, knocked clean out, just clean out, you know? So he's had some bad concussion issues. So dude, he's 1 year younger than you. He's born in 88.
Yeah.
You know, it's like he's 32 years old, you know? So it's like, that'd be crazy. If that's the truth, that'd be a sad story. That'd be a very sad story.
Oh, he's the greatest captain in the history of the team.
He is a legend. He is a legend. There's no doubt about it. So I don't know. I hope it's not the truth, but you know.
Right now.
Listen, I'm gonna have to dress you down.
He wouldn't want you guys to be fruitcakes in this situation. Take off your underwear, put on your jocks.
You know, it's interesting. You know, George Plimpton, remember the author
Martha's
George Plimpton?
father.
He did.
Is it Martha's father?
I don't think so.
He was George
related.
Plimpton is one of those guys that's American, but he talks like this.
Yeah, well, he's got that continental like lockjaw accent. Yes, I was educated at Harvard.
He always speaks in fucking poetry. Like you ask him about baseball, and he's like the crack of the bat.
Yeah, it's
the smell of the glove.
He went played like in the spring training camp for football, for baseball, hockey, and basketball, all 4 major sports. He went and played a week with them and then wrote a book about his experience. He said hockey, that they were the tightest people. It was the most family-like environment of all the sports, much more so than football, baseball, or basketball. So like if someone got hurt, like in hockey, there was very much like a, you know, if one of your teammates went down, it was like, you know, you were upset about it, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, you sort of, stuck together sort of in a way, but I don't know. He wrote Paper Lion. He played with the Lions for a week. George Plimpton did. In the early 70s. The weird, like, undercover, like, sports, you know.
What
book.
an uninteresting. I went undercover with the Lions and discovered that just they were a bad football team.
Yeah. The early 70s Lions were actually competitive. They were
I
competitive.
ate nachos for 2 straight weeks.
They haven't won a playoff game, Keith, since the 1957 NFL championship game.
There you go.
That is
It's one thing as a Bears fan I have
time.
to look at. That was my reassurance this year, is every sportscaster being like, Bears fans, you're not the Lions.
Yeah, absolutely.
So be thankful about that.
Yeah, it is. They are in the 50s. They were a force. Them and the Browns were the best teams in the NFL. The Packers were terrible.
I'm gonna get closer
Packers
to
were
the
a
end
terrible
here.
football team. Redskins blew. Almost all of them sucked. Giants were decent.
Get
Giants
closer.
were a good team.
Going to the end because I feel like we're winding down here. I feel like we're hitting the stretch. Ooh, the kick with the
did the
skate.
move,
That's when you know
man.
it's an actual hockey player.
Exactly, man. It's, you know, it's Peter Zezel. Okay, face up.
What do you think he's play running on in that fucking camera shot? You think he's just standing?
It's a good, yeah. Maybe they're pulling something on ice. Maybe, you know. There you go, upper shelf, man. Oh, it didn't go on. Oh, it did. Okay.
Look at the chipped tooth.
You see, he's earned his keep.
Yeah, Bronson. Now I don't have to murder a hippie.
He's earned. Well, I think he actually got into a fight. I think he actually holds his own against him. Like he has a training sequence, you know, like he has a montage where he gets tough, you know, and like toughens up, like leads the team to victory, man. You know?
Well, he just did it.
You know, absolutely. That scoreboard looked like new. That looked odd. That scoreboard. Look at that.
That was such a triumphant moment, and they still have game to play. That's
yeah, it's 3 seconds left, man.
He earned his. That's.
He's a young Mustang.
I love how that's so college though. Like this is supposed to be junior pros. Oh, look at it. Ending like an episode of the Hulk. I have to leave town now. Got his big giant hockey bag over his shoulder, hitching a ride.
On to the next town as a drifter.
Yeah.
What an existence. Like that was like in the 30s and stuff, like being a hobo, you would just hop the rail and be a hobo. But then
you can't hop the rail anymore, but I mean you can still be a hobo.
You know.
Don't we know it down here in this end of Los Angeles?
That's
just
true.
where they're at.
Yeah, and no doubt about it, you know.
Well,
I'm coming to the barrio when I'm down here, man.
As he's gazing,
slumming it from Los Feliz.
As he's gazing upon the arena, that's how we can look back on this episode, Crow. That was it. That's in the books.
I think it's been a good one.
I've enjoyed
fun.
it. It's been a fun one.
I enjoyed it. You were tense early on because of some technical difficulties.
I'm always tense,
but you mastered them and just trust yourself, man. You'll get it figured out. I gave you your space. We started about an hour late, but that's fine, man. It worked out fine. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Lessness. Ooh, rocking out in the studio.
Great sitcom ending theme. But no, this is the real ending theme.
God. Yep.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm pulling filters here. So what do you got? You got anything to plug, Crow?
Man, just been working, you know. Nothing to really plug, man. You just follow me on your comic. My Twitter handle, if you can.
There you go. You can follow me at Keith Pazel everywhere across social media platform because, as you know, I am the only Keith Pazel on planet Earth.
Absolutely.
Follow the show at keithpazel.com. That's the one-stop shop. You can also see some of my stand-up videos.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
I'm genuinely attracted to her right now. I am. She's cute.
Ain't no love